WESWES, y'all.
Sup, bro? Good to be back, man.
I know, man. It's like a yearly thing. Just, man, it's good though, because we get this like yearly kind of conversations
Yeah.
to see where both of us are at, and it's good to have that documented,
I know.
like a yearly thing, like I think it came on this time last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I try to make it a point, like always, like, okay, it's time to get Cam on again and look at the dates and say, oh, another month to go,
Yo.
Just keep that a year, in
Bro,
between.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Because it shows the progress, eh? And,
Yeah, man.
And like what you've been through and, what you've been up to in there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's cool because I like to think this podcast is different from other podcasts around.
Yeah.
Especially in New Zealand,
Yeah.
because it's all it is just having a yarn,
Yeah.
having a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, my agenda is to know what your passion is.
Yeah.
And figure out why that's your passion and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because I think that's important, because I think that relates to everyone else's journey in trying to make their goals,
Yeah.
Whatever your passion is in life, I think it's important to hear how other people get that way too, or make their goals happen in that.
I agree. Like the thing I like about the back of the 135 and everyone else under this umbrella is the raw side of it, because we always see like whether it's on social media, on TV, and then you see people talk, and the questions being asked, they want to say something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they give a real PC answer,
Yeah.
and it's like, come on, we'll say what you really want to say, and so you don't get that with back of the 135 or, or any the podcasts under this umbrella. So it's refreshing and it's good to see.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah, and I was sort of like trying to figure it out as we go along. As we go along as a podcast, like trying to figure out like what's the best way to have a conversation. And I think like for the biggest deal for me is being comfortable.
Yeah.
Like not being like there's a camera in your face or there's a light in your head and there's a microphone in front of you and you get nervous and all that.
But that's the feeling that I get coming here. Is just like a chat, having ipuki and biscuits, and But that's the feeling that I get coming here. Is just we're just having a conversation.
Yeah. Thanks, man. That's the thing I was going for.
Yeah, bro. And because like I've been on other say like with my skits and that, and doing with other people, it's like I gotta show my best side, or I gotta bring it to match their energy and stuff like that. But I don't get that with this. It's just like just casual conversation.
It's interesting you just said that, because I feel like that's the way it's sort of changing now these days. People are not worried about stuff like that anymore, eh?
Bro,
it's like you have to come as you are.
Yeah.
And I think that's a thing that's happened. Maybe it takes time to happen. I think when people see more of social media stuff going on, and I don't know.
I think there's a long way to go, but like I like the direction that it's heading in, especially for us Pacific Islanders. Because we never came from that. And so to see us come, as you are. That's a cool thing to see. Yeah,
because the things I always remember about you, and when you talked about doing your skits, and that was the part when you have to cry.
Yeah,
and that's like coming outside your comfort zone. I always remember that.
Yeah,
because I think it sticks with me, because that is something that we all, it's all about going to the next level.
Yeah,
and and it's like, okay, what are you prepared to do to go to the next level?
Yeah, 100%.
Have you got the guts to do it, or do you know what you have to do?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it? Or are you gonna stay where you are? Because right now, it's like you see the people that are successful on social media or anything. Like these people who have taken a chance and done something out of the ordinary, what they feel inside they couldn't do before, but they've just allowed themselves to get past it, get through it, and just do it there.
100%.
Yeah.
I was talking to Tim about this. I think it was couple of weeks ago or last week, it's like we're always pushing that boundary, and it's good to see, like the stuff that he's doing and that, and it's like, man, this guy, he's like progressing. He's getting better and better at what he's doing and that. And even like, other content creators and that, they're always pushing the boundary. Like I see with Wolfgang, always pushing the boundary. Regan pushing the boundary, And so that's like a good indicator for me to like, oh, yeah, let's follow suit and, push that boundary.
Yeah. Because, you're right. Because what it does, it allows people to not be shamed about doing stuff.
100%.
Because someone else is doing it.
100%.
And getting the sort of accolades for it there.
Yeah. But not only that, like, when it's like when you finally do it and then you put it out and it's like, bro, what were you worried about? This whole time you're sacking it because, you didn't want to put your ugly face on, or your facials and stuff like that, or your story and that. And then all of a sudden, comments are like, bro, that happened to me, that's exactly me and my siblings, or that's me and my family, And so it's like a weight off your shoulders, like, man, I need to do this more, because people relate, people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's the point of thing, the relatability. Yeah. Because all your jokes have been relatable to everybody. There's Pacific Islander, there's born in New Zealand, there's been in school here, growing up and, with the family, and it's just all the same, eh? Yeah. It's like funny to us because we recognize it in our own lives. Yeah. It's weird to me how, it's like something that to me it's weird that, it shouldn't be weird, but to me it's weird that we all have that same experience. It's something about it, eh? Like a DNA kind of thing, eh? It's like,
I think
our
so.
Culture, this is what our culture does to growing up. The Balangis don't live like that. They don't understand. They will never understand stuff like we grow up with, eh? And it's cool that we can laugh at these things because it happens to us.
I think you have to laugh at it. Like,
because at the time it's serious, eh?
Hard out, 100%. And like I hear people say, oh, it's trauma, stuff like that. But I don't kind of look at it like that. I think like it, it might be trauma and that, but to battle that is like, the laughter side of it, and so I always tend to see or try and see, the funny side of it, because I think, if it's too serious, man, fire up.
And you think, as Pacific Islanders, it's normal for us to be not, like, be both, be serious and not be serious.
Yeah.
Laugh at serious stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hard out. It's just, we always get it confused, time and place.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what makes it funny. So,
and I guess that's what makes Who's Gang real funny, and especially his old ones.
Yeah,
his old dark jokes and that, because they were dark, man.
Yeah, 100%.
And you wouldn't laugh at these things. Or Balangis wouldn't laugh at these things. No, but we do.
Yeah,
we always laugh at the misfortune of others. Hey.
Yeah. But I think that's just like our upbringing, and like your misfortunes are relatable, It's like, yeah, man, I remember eating noodles, week in, week out, but like I said, like you just find the funny side of it, and but like Wolfgang and that dark material, like I always said to myself, man, it's good to see that, because like I was like that too. Like I like the dark side of comedy, and I find it funny, but a lot of people find it offensive, and so you can't really, I don't know, people cancel you or something.
Would you say that's a boundary to be pushed though?
Yep, 100%. And I want to see it, man. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I think it'll like take us back to those Eddie Murphy days, Delirious and that, man. And that kind of comedy, without getting hurt, like just see that it's for the laughter, Yeah. I'm not directing it at you or your culture or, it's just funny.
I think there's a space for that now in New Zealand, I think there's a space for that, like those kind of skits. Like when I think of the GOAT, Dave Chappelle. Yeah. And those racial kind of jokes, they're funny, man. Bro. They are so funny. I mean, the one I always laugh at is that the racial draft.
Yeah.
Did you remember that one?
Explain it.
So you know how you have draft in NFL and NBA.
Yeah.
How you get number one pick, but the people picking are different ethnicities.
Oh,
Like
okay.
who you want to claim as your own.
Yeah.
So for example, okay, we got the Chinese ready to pick.
Yeah.
Like, what's their pick gonna be? And then Chinese representative comes up. We pick Wu-Tang Clan, and then Wu-Tang Clan comes in, and they're Chinese now.
Yeah.
and the African Americans go, damn, that's man,
Yeah.
nah, man. But I think they picked Tiger Woods. I think
Yeah.
because he's
'Cause
black,
he's
he's black, but he's Chinese.
Yeah.
We picked Tiger Woods because he's one of us. And all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's just funny. Yeah,
Man.
like jokes like that. Like,
Bro, 100%. You know who pulls that off really good too is Joe Coy.
oh yeah.
Bro, he
yeah.
pulls that off like so good, man. Like it just rolls off the tongue, man. You know, but like people, like when I hear comments about Joe Coy, no one says, "Man, he's racist. He's racist." You know, and then you see the stuff about Dave Chappelle, and it's like, man, he's sexist, he's racist, he's this and that, and that. You know, I'm like, man, make it make sense, bro. Like these two are doing the same style of jokes, you know, but you're only attacking one person, you know. I don't think comedy should be like that. Like just look at it for the laugh. Don't go too deep into it, you know.
Yeah, I think it's society. You know, the PC stuff
Yeah.
we touched on. I think it's the way something to attack. You know, I think it's something to attack because even though these comedians understand it's just a joke, and I think when Dave Chappelle accepted that award, there was an awards night for him.
Yeah.
To accept, and he said a speech that he said, "Man, some of my colleagues, you know, are comedians.
Yeah.
Some of their jokes are racist.
Yeah.
I know that, but we go at the back, we laugh and have fun, and we have a beer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, don't take it to heart
Yeah.
because it's just trying to make you laugh. It's funny. It's a funny side of the facts.
I think at the end of the day, it's just material,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's all it is. There's no ill intent, you know, towards it. Well, me personally, yeah,
Or it makes you think too.
100%.
Yeah, it makes you think about
Yeah.
what's going on in the world. Because these comedians, they're commentators on what's going on. Socially.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know if it's sad if someone makes a joke about the war in Israel right now and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I'm sure you can get a funny side out of that.
Yeah.
Or maybe not directed at the war itself, but maybe the people that are protesting that not
Yeah.
part of the country,
Yeah.
but another country is like,
And I think that's how
Like you
you
can make a
have
joke
to,
about that, like-
Yeah, you have to think of it like that, you know, like because I mean, if you do say a joke about that, then you're obviously what a dick. But you know, like you were saying, you got to pick and choose what you want to create out of that joke, you know, and so you know, yeah. But I think New Zealand is slowly moving into that space, or moving back into that space. Yeah,
man, I remember Billy T. James.
yeah,
He did a lot of racial jokes,
yeah,
and those are funny, man.
Bro,
those are
hard
funny,
out.
and they're old school.
yeah. Hard out.
And I think, I don't know, I wish someone could do those kind of jokes again.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, do you remember that program Skits?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
school one, yeah.
You know, it's the same thing, man. You know, it was whether it was Billy T. James doing, you know, Māori jokes and that, or Skits doing Pacific Island jokes and stuff like that. But you hardly see that anymore.
No, you don't, yeah. But I think it helps too. It helps with the awareness on social or cultural differences between Barangis and Pacific Islanders
Yeah.
and Indigenous, because there is a divide there, right? And I think what jokes do, it brings people together as in they're joking. What does joke? Can you understand what this joke means? Like,
Yeah,
I think why Billy T. James was so funny when he was out doing these racial kind of jokes, because the Barangis understood
yeah,
and the Māoris understood.
yeah.
You know, like the Captain Cook ones.
The Captain Cook ones. Yeah.
Those
Hard
are
out.
crack up.
You know, like you see the funny side, but there's a point to it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's like, oh, so that's how you felt when we colonized
Yeah,
your.
yeah. People, we all laugh at it, but at least it's the ideas in our heads.
Yeah.
Like the funny side of something so serious, so sad, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But even we talked about the Captain Cook skit, but there's also the ones, the one and day ones.
Yeah,
Like, I remember the one that's so funny when when Billy T. James goes on a date, goes to a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
But he doesn't understand the etiquette of a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
And then, because I know he probably won. I think he won the TAB. That's why he took his missus out to a fancy restaurant. But he doesn't understand because the way that comes of here's the wine list, sir. And he looks at the wine list and goes, oh, may I suggest blah 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 1923. 1923. Man, that must be expired. Like, nah, I don't want that shit. Like, I thought this was a fancy restaurant. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, funny.
Man, that fellow will always be classic, man.
So how are you going anyway with your social media stuff? And I see some of your things are like, I think the last one, what was your last one? I remember the one with you had two of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dad and the son.
Yeah.
And he said he lost his virginity.
Oh yeah.
Man, like I honestly thought that not too many people would get that joke. But yeah, it was surprising, and it's interesting, like to see like the idea come from your head, and then the whole process of like, shucks, will people see it the way I've envisioned it, and that, and the moment you put it out and that, it's like a good thing to see, like when you read the comments and that, and people relate, just going back to like what we were saying in it, like relatable content and stuff. So yeah, just been like working on like skits, but more so the writing side, because I find it interesting. Like it helps me perfect my craft, because what I'm starting to do now is like write out pages of scripts and then try and read it as if I'm acting it out, if I was going for an audition in it. But then like watching it all back and like critiquing myself, I'll like change this facial, change all of that, and maybe change the angle of the camera, change the lighting, stuff like that. So yeah, just creating, really.
Yeah. Because the writing process is an interesting thing. Yeah, it's something that we probably don't think the first thing to do when it comes to creating. Yeah. Like the writing part of it is like the last thing on our minds, because we tend to just do it. Do things and do it.
Yeah. Hard out. But I was talking to a few content creators and they were saying, I'm going to move to script writing, and I'm like, hey, how else do you do it? And they're like, oh, just off the top of the dome. And I'm like, fire out, that must be hard, man. Like there's some situations where like, you can think off on the spot, but like if you're doing like, say like a production or something, like, bro, surely you gotta, or even a series, surely you gotta like write something down,
Yeah, it's a good way to get ideas off your head onto paper, because you can sort it out.
Yeah.
It's a sorting out of the ideas,
That's how I like see it, and it's easier for me. So yeah.
Yeah, because we're talking about before we jumped the mics, but I mentioned that DJ Fong came on, and we had a bit of a discussion about how he writes, what's his process.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting, and it sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because any chance he gets, he writes.
Oh man, that's me.
Like he told an example on the podcast where he was stuck in traffic because of the floods when they were at the flooding earlier on this year. Because he was stuck on the Southern Midway. Yeah. You know how it got the worst case of flooding? Yeah, he was stuck there. So he was feeling all the stuff like anxiety and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And instead of just sitting there doing nothing, he actually got his phone and wrote down his feelings and what was going on. Because it sort of made sense to me, because in the future, when you come to like a feeling like that, you've written it down, you know what to write in the future. You know what goes on in a situation like that, and you can, you can put it. It's like you're bottling up somewhere. In your experiences. And unleashing it again somewhere else. So you can use it for your current writing.
That's an interesting way to look at it, eh?
Yeah.
Doing it like that, and I don't think I've heard it done like that. But like, hearing that, like writing out your feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah, just random.
Yeah, yeah, or,
Like random moments of on your day.
yeah,
Just write it out so you can use it later on.
yeah.
And
that's interesting.
Yeah, and I think it becomes tools to whatever project you're gonna do in the future.
Yeah,
You got all this resource now of just feelings, and because like for me it makes sense because when you're dealing with making a play and you're writing different characters, you need to be in their shoes to know their character's experience.
Yeah.
So when a character, maybe your character experiences something that you never have experienced. So you have no idea, but at least you get a feeling you had similar back in the past because you've already written it down.
Yeah,
you can bring it into your writing for this character.
Hard out.
Say, I understand because I wrote it down before.
I
think I feel like that kind of thing. So,
man, I always get deep into that. Like when I'm playing 2 different characters or 3 characters, or even like the stuff that I've written out. For like series and stuff. It's like I find myself getting too deep into that character, and then when you go to play another character, you find a little bit of that rubbing off onto this character.
Okay, yeah.
And so like I have to teach myself to like break away, because I always like I find through my skits like I'm always carrying on a little bit of the last onto the next, onto the last,
Yeah.
And so I have to learn how to break away from that and, just start a fresh new character.
Because when you have your character of your old man, and then you might have a character of your brother, and it might be the same sort of reactions there.
Yeah, and it is,
and it rubs off each other, like the same kind of thing.
It is, and like because it's all like based on them, it's actually, what you see in my skit of my dad, that's my dad. And of my brother, that's actually my brother and how he acts, and so we all act the same. So it's hard to try and
get a brand new character.
Yeah, get a brand new character.
What's a good example of that? Because I can't remember like one of your skits with a brand new character coming in, like outsider. I remember the gang member one when you did the gang initiation one ages ago.
Oh man!
So those are characters outside the family. Kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe like workmates. That'll be another one. But yeah, I find the family ones are always relatable, and the work ones. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool because now you're starting to write stuff. Like now you're getting into character development. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So so where do you start then? How do you start?
Oh, bro, like my writing process. So leading into that, my writing process is like, bro, it's real detailed. It's like this guy's name is John. He's broken English, works in a warehouse, and then the list goes on and on and on and on. And then I have to put that all together, and then like if I was acting that person out, it would take me like 15 minutes of me just this guy, doing actions and the voiceovers and that, and then like sweet, push record, and so that's pretty much my process.
Oh yeah. Just get involved with the character.
Yeah. So even like when I'm doing content for other people, and they're like, sweet bro, we'll meet up at this time. The drive there, it's me. Yeah, Tony, I'm just up the road,
Oh, nice.
So the whole thing, and so by the time I get there, it's like, man,
you're ready to go.
Yeah. But yeah, I think other people are different though. Like when I done a skit with Wolfgang, bro, he was just off the bat, and that's cool to see. It's hard to do, but man, it was good to watch, man.
So in a situation where you're like got multiple characters that only you, how does that process work? Because that was an example of you being one character.
Yeah.
So that's all like straightforward. But when you have to do multiple,
so I changed. The way I was doing it was like ancient. And when I watched, when I done a skit with Regan, and I saw his process, and I was like, man, you do this like so fast. And so what I was doing is I was acting one person, and then I'd stop the camera, and then act this person, go back to this person, and then back and forth. Whereas Regan, he was acting one person, act out his whole script, and then this guy act out his whole script, and then just edit it all
later.
together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fire, man, the way I'm doing it seems like dumb. You know, like hook me now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you think that's because he's written it down? He's got a script.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he knows the cues where the.
I think so, man.
And then because you sort out the camera angles too, where the camera's going to be, so you know what the shot's going to be for each scene.
But even that, like the visualization of like the camera angles in it and the lighting, how you want to enter the skit, or you know, or what the other person's doing. Like it's hard, like with social media, like with the ideas that I have, trying to cram that all into 1 minute, or you know, just over 1 minute, because like if you look at society today and you know, skit making, everyone wants that 30-second laugh, that 20-second laugh, you know, like, come on, when's the punchline going to get here, you know? But I can't cram that all into like 30 seconds, you know, on the ideas that I have. And so trying to, you know, what do you call it? Trying to do that and my story and put it all together, it's hard, you know? So I got to find a way to, because like in my head, visually, I want them to see this cool angle that I think, you know, is really cool, you know, or I want them to hear this part of the story. But then when it comes down to editing and it's like, oh man, this is too long, I've got to cut something out, you know? And so it's like, you know, and yeah, it's just a bit of a battle.
So do you have a time, like a limit, according to what platform you're going to put it on?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like if it's a reel, it's going to be 1:30.
Yeah.
If it's post, it's going to be.
I try not to go like 2 minutes, because I find like the ones that are going like 1:40, 1:50, it gets less engagement because the punchline's like too far, you know.
Right.
People's, you know,
attention
span is, you know, and it sucks really, because like it sucks that storytelling like that is almost, you know, it's going out of fashion, you know. And
you noticed that?
Yeah. Everyone wants that quick laugh, you know, that 30-second, you know, or whatever it is.
I get it. Yeah,
You know,
like the TikTok.
Yeah, like that. And I find storytelling like in skits is kind of getting moved on. But I love it, man, because it is storytelling at the end of the day, you know?
I remember seeing TikTok with those two Balangi dudes that hang out with WESWES. Have you seen them? They got their own TikTok.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff, eh? Like it's fast.
Yeah.
Like it's quick, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't. Yeah. I can't see myself trying to, because I think I overthink things, you know, and trying to cram it all into like 30 seconds. I can't, man. You know, that's not me. That's not how I do my skits and that. So whether you enjoy it or not, or, you know, you hang around for that punchline, well, that's up to you. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about 8 minutes? Would you go 8 minutes? Because 8 minutes, you're looking in YouTube kind of material.
Yeah. Like I've got series in my diary and that that will get up to that. So yeah, trying to break that all down. Because like a lot of my ideas, like I don't want to break it into a part 1, part 2, part 3 kind of thing. Like I want that whole story just in one clip, you know.
Yeah.
But the way people's attention spans, like we were saying, and you know, and that's going today, you kind of have to, you know, or not have to, but I guess that's a better way to go, I guess.
Yeah. Because you've had some little bit of experience now, eh? With especially doing the mainstream stuff. Because I saw you on Regan's TikTok series, huh?
Yeah.
The 9 to 5ers. 9 to 5ers is called?
9 to 5ers, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that was awesome, man. Like going through that whole production and stuff. And
Daniel Moore.
Yeah.
The man.
Bro, he's a gun, man.
He's doing some good things, eh?
Yeah, man. That guy's always busy, eh?
Yeah.
That guy's like, he's always doing stuff, man. And even like Liz in it, watching them do their process. Bro, it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow Danny a lot because I'm friends with his older brother.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And but yeah, just seeing his work, like, man, he did that podcast before,
Yeah.
a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and he's got this One Island Productions
Yeah.
thing, and he's doing all these, because he came up through TVNZ, no? He started through TVNZ,
Yeah.
like doing video editing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he went to Australia, now he's back. But man, he loves the whole creativity stuff, eh?
Yeah. You can see it, man.
Yeah, he knows how to get the funding.
Yeah.
I think he's had some drama too with funding in Australia and kind of stuff, and he posted on his Facebook. But he likes he does the music videos and stuff. He's into hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
He's into wrestling. You know,
Yeah.
he's like
the whole bang, eh?
yeah.
But like, bro, he's like the way he encourages like the young fellas coming through, you know, and like I remember talking to him and saying, oh, you know, I've got this idea, and he was like, bro, you need to talk to this person, go and see this guy. I'll tell him that you're gonna give him a call or message him, blah blah blah, you know, and that kind of support, you know, for like his own, bro.
You see that on his social media.
Yeah,
the way he posts and what he puts up, because he promotes a lot of Pacific Island people in the space.
Yeah,
you know, I think the latest one I saw was promoting that that recording artist or the producer. His name Soul Chef. Heard of him?
No.
Soul Chef. You should look him up on Instagram.
Yeah,
he's done a song that's popular on TikTok.
Oh,
you when you hear the song, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone uses it on their TikTok thing.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but I think he's based in Avondale.
Oh, he's a local.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it.
Yeah, Soul Chef. Just look him up. Yeah. But yeah. But Danny, man, I love seeing his work. Eh?
Yeah.
I love his energy. You know, he wants us to get up there
to win.
There. Yeah.
Bro, and it makes you feel so comfortable. Like even on set, you know, like just to ease the tension. You know, it's like he breaks out those jokes, you know, like to make everybody feel comfortable, you know. And bro, I always want to be that person as well, like you know, whether it's going to a party and you know you don't know anybody, and so you break it off and say, hey, you know, whatever, you know, just break the ice, you know.
Yeah.
But people know you as that person, the encouraged guy, or you know, the laughter dude, you know. And that's Danny, man. Yeah. So Danny, should I jump off your balls now? Or?
Nah, shout outs to Danny. But yeah, that show, man, how was that? How did that come about? And
bro,
what was it like? What was
shout out to Regan, man. Like that, like I remember him telling me that story. I think like maybe 3-4 months. Nah, it was longer than that. Before it actually come into, you know, fruition. And he showed me the breakdown, you know, what he had to do for like the funding side of stuff, and creating like a work pack to send to, you know, New Zealand on air and all of that stuff. And bro, it was like he was working, you know, like putting in that work, and to see his idea come like out and actually do it, bro, that was something else for me anyway. But yeah, like working with those boys, it was cool, man. It's different, you know, especially like say me and Regan are both content creators and that, but Regan directing and saying, bro, for this shot here, I want you to, you know, be like you know, be a bit emotional, you know, and then kind of at the end, just like, you know, like, I want you to like have a shock look, you know, and then like seeing that from Regan, bro, it's like, man, we need to push ourselves towards, you know, that, you know, like that kind of storytelling, directing, and, you know, and he's like the perfect dude for it, I reckon. Yeah. But yeah, well, I would like to see myself heading into that space. Yeah.
How long was the shoot?
8 hours. 8 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like
no, just
for you.
Yeah, just for
one.
me.
Oh,
Yeah. I think about 6-7 hours. Yeah. But like to watch it all unfold and see, you know, how it's all done, you know, like production wise and that, bro, it's cool, man.
Yeah, it must be cool, like just hearing that idea from Regan himself a few months earlier.
Yeah,
you can see that come.
Hard out.
Yeah.
But man, I would love to do more of that, like head into that behind the camera stuff, not so much like when I write skits and that, like I write it out and I'm like, man, this won't suit me. Like I find it funny, but it'll suit somebody like this guy, and I want to send it to him, but I don't want to, come off as like, I don't know, like cocky, kind of like, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I find like the material that I write suit someone else other than myself, because I see the potential in that person pulling it off, the way I envision it.
How can that be cocky though? If you're giving it to someone else, if you think someone else can play that part better than you, isn't that like giving you idea? Like, I think you're perfect for this idea. It's up to you if you want to do it.
Kind of. I think it's just my mindset, really. But like, yeah. But even like people that don't do skits and that, like, I have material for people to jump into that space and do it, because I see the potential in them, like, pulling this off, So, yeah.
So during the time doing the 5 to 9, what was it? 9 to 5. Yeah. So what stuff did you learn from that? Like, you told me about the Regan directing and all that, but just behind the scenes kind of stuff. Like, what for you? Like, you must have been curious to understand what it took to get from hearing the idea before to seeing it in real life come into fruition.
Yeah, pretty much just the whole unfolding of, so like the scenes and that, and the way like Danny and Regan put it all together. So say my first few lines, we done it like in multiple angles, and then the next few lines, multiple angles and that, and just watching or like going through all of that, seeing the process on how they put it all together, and then seeing the final cut of it and saying, oh, that's why we done that angle, or that's why we done, had these lights and whatever. And so I found that real interesting, like, okay, like I need to pull that into my skits,
right?
Do these kind of angles, stuff like that,
And that's the best thing about it, being involved with productions like that, and grab ideas and
100%, man.
Yeah.
Hard out.
So I think you've got through the first one was to start writing it down, and write a proper script.
Yeah.
Because that's a big tool to have,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I encourage everybody to, write, because like even when I'm at my normal 9 to 5 and work, like I just push record and then, say my whole story there, but it kind of writes itself out kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then like just listening back to it, editing that, adding stuff in, stuff like that. It's, I think it's good for the mind, to keep pushing forward or, learning more like that. Yeah.
Have you ever used that Chat GPT?
I used it once.
Oh, yeah. How'd you find that?
Nah, it doesn't work like for... So I put in Pacific Island Family, funny, built it on a joke, and what the Chat GPT came out with was so dry, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, it didn't even hit, It's not made for our kind of storytelling.
Yeah, I said this before, and like that's when it comes to AI, and just the struggle with trying to figure out what that means for humanity, and what it means for Pacific Island culture, or even the culture we have being New Zealand born, our own culture, because it's not going to be taken into account.
Nah, because you take all the feeling out.
Yeah,
it's gone. It's pretty much just a script with no feeling.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like when I drafted that one, So I don't know. That's I don't think that's the go.
Yeah,
Especially for our kind of storytelling, like I was saying. Yeah.
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, man, I'm glad you're getting into writing space there, because man, I found that too, because I'm into my sports writing and that.
Yeah.
I love it, eh?
Yeah.
I just love it. But I know in America, I know in America it's like a dying art,
Yeah.
because no one reads reads those long form.
Yeah.
Those magazines.
Yeah.
Because did you click magazines when you were younger?
Nah, it was mostly Source and porn.
Oh yeah, but the Source magazines.
Yeah.
Did you ever read the articles or more looking at the pictures? And
I always went to the graffiti side of it.
Oh yeah.
Not so. Like if there was like a MC or a music artist that I found interesting, like I'll read on it. But other than that, nah. It was always towards the graffiti side.
I always read I always read Slam magazine.
Oh yeah.
Old school magazine. The basketball magazine.
Yeah.
I just read all the stories there.
Yeah.
But I didn't really get it when I was young.
Yeah.
Because it was mostly me about just looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
But I'll just read here and there. But I didn't appreciate that style of writing until now.
Yeah.
We've got the WESWES Network website, and I try and encourage the guys to write some sports articles, sports opinions and that.
Yeah.
And man, that process, that writing, like just discovering how to write like that. Like not like the Herald.
Yeah.
And kind of like, but having your own opinion.
Yeah.
Like how we have the Counter-Rock and the 135 Footy Show.
Yeah.
And how the guys talk about their opinions on the games and that. Like, do that in writing form.
Yeah.
But I think because when you're talking on the podcast, it's off the top of your head sometimes. Most of the time it is.
Yeah.
But same as you, when you're writing, you're putting all your ideas down on paper and sorting it out. So it becomes even better. And to me, I just love the whole challenge of trying to write in this age of TikTok age. The low what do you call it? The attention span. Because what you need to do is the first line has to be a banger. Yeah. Has to be something controversial.
Something to grab you, eh?
Something to grab you. And then the next challenge is you're gonna keep them reading.
Yeah. Keep them there.
Keep them there. And I always think of that when I'm writing it. When I'm writing my articles, and so I always gotta think of different ways. Like because I love the idea of merging my sports writing with movies. Like taking movies as examples of like something that happened in the game. Or trying to compare the two. And try to have it that way. But movies like the movies we grew up with. Like kickboxing and all that kind of stuff. Like doing it in that kind of way.
Like pull characters into your storytelling kind of thing. Man, it's interesting you say that because it's funny how in America back in the day, everyone knew so how you have the newsstands and all of that, and there were certain editors. There were people like, oh, I want to see what Mary Jane wrote. And like to know that editor, done a write up on something. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Like people actually know editors by name.
Yeah. Because that's the impact they've had on people with the articles and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the Herald is that Chris Ratsui. I think that guy.
Who?
He's a big one in the Herald. Chris Ratsui. He's like a controversial kind of. His articles are always like putting down the Warriors when they suck, putting down the Blues when they suck. Like that kind of. He's that kind of guy. A lot of people love him and hate him. Yeah.
I think that's a good thing,
it is a good thing. Yeah.
Not always being, because New Zealand is so hearty, All Black supporters, Kiwi Ferns, or, supporters, and to see like a bad write-up, like that. Like I think we delve too deep into the emotion side of it. And not see the like what he's actually saying, where we went wrong, or like I don't think we take criticism to
Well, I think there's three sources of opinion when it comes to sports, right? And I think the third one there's not much of the third one. Right? And the third one is the first one is the sports person, is the athlete.
Yeah.
You get these retired athletes that become commentators and talk about the games, talk about the sport.
Yeah.
And you trust them because they've played the game.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they got their shows.
Been there.
They've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Then you've got the journalist, which is different. Journalist is different to the athlete.
Yeah.
Because the journalist comes from the outside. Knows all the stats, knows all the analytics, knows everything about the game.
Yeah.
Knows where the athlete went wrong and this is what he should do.
Yeah.
On the side where the athlete doesn't see.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the journalist has to know the whole thing.
Yeah.
So there's that. The third one doesn't take into account anywhere in New Zealand, but does in America, but not here. It's the fan's perspective.
Right.
Now the fan's perspective is totally different to the athlete's perspective and the journalist's perspective. The fan's perspective is more brutal.
Yeah.
Doesn't give a shit about any PC or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're useless, then you're trash.
Yeah.
If you're the man, then we'll praise you.
Yeah.
But that can go the next game if you're trash.
Bro, 100%.
So the fan's perspective is a perspective that doesn't get much sort of like clout.
Yeah.
The fan's perspective is an important one.
You reckon?
It is. Because without the fans, you're not going to get the sport.
Yeah.
And the fans need to be cultivated to make the sport alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see your point.
Yeah. But the fans' perspective is the perspective that doesn't get no one sorts it out.
Yeah.
Everyone, because you're a fan, you're discredited.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh fuck, what do you know? You haven't played, or you haven't.
Because that's what you would normally think.
But it's that perspective that we haven't played, but we love the game. We have to come from that loving the game perspective.
Yeah.
Like we don't care about, we just care about our team winning.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that says a lot for anything else.
I always see that in like baseball.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen it in the movies. You know, like the fans get so involved and you know the athletes like, man, you weren't there when I was training 3 a.m. You weren't there, you know, when I was doing all of this, you know. But then like they start hearing, you know, like, man, you've changed, and then he starts thinking, man, have I changed? You know, and so it kind of plays, you know, with his mind, and I don't know, maybe sometimes that's a good thing. I don't think, me personally, it would work here in NZ.
Because our culture is different here.
I think so, yeah.
So, but that's a space that hasn't been tapped into. Like the fans' perspective. No one, it's not because people don't care about the fan, it's because people haven't sorted it out, what the perspective means.
Yeah.
Because automatically, you can't say that the athlete's hurt. You can't say that. Or you can't say that because you're not a journalist. How can you say that?
Yeah.
But no, fans have power too.
I think so, because, I mean...
Fans just see surface stuff.
Yeah.
You know, fans see the surface stuff. Like, we can see you lost the game.
Yeah.
And we can see you missed the kick.
Yeah.
So, for example, you know, the All Blacks lost. You know, we can see that if you made one of those 2 kicks, we would have won the game.
Yeah.
Right? That's all the fans cares about.
Yeah.
We lost the game, we pinpointed, and the ref too.
Yeah.
Everybody's discussing the ref. Well, that's the ref.
Yeah.
Like the journalists can't say that because they'll lose their job. Athletes can't say that because they lose their job.
Yeah.
Well, the fans lose their job now. The fans can say what they want. The fans can say, pointing their finger at the ref.
100%.
So, you know, and if you're a sports, like, sort of looking at the whole big picture, you have to get every single perspective you can to suss out this game.
Yeah.
And I think the best writing comes from that perspective of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And this All Blacks loss to South Africa is a good example of what you see. Because I don't know if you watched because I watched the post game.
Yeah.
And I watched the game when they went to the studio in halftime. Israel Dag was so angry.
Yeah.
He was like saying all this stuff, and I think he got in trouble when the second half started. Because at the end of the game, he was like sort of apologizing for the things he said.
Yeah.
But not really. But it sort of felt like that because I think he's hard out on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think he got attacked on Twitter. I think his bosses told him, "Hey man, you can't really, you know."
Yeah.
But see, that's your boundaries.
Yeah.
Being a journalist, being on mainstream TV, that's your limits.
But there's nothing for fans.
Fans, there's no limits, man.
Yeah, it's just all out.
It's all out.
Yeah.
They can see. Like, if it walks like a duck, must be a duck.
Yeah.
You know, that's a fan's perspective, you know?
100%.
Like, you give me all the analysis you want, all the stats, all of it, but hey, you lost the game, man, because you missed the kick.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to.
I think in a lot of situations, you know, like, you know, athletes can turn around and say, everyone knows, people are saying it, like the ref was, or, whatever it may be. But like from that perspective, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It's the power of the fans, man. It's the power of the fans.
Man, it'll be interesting to see it like here in NZ. I would love. No,
Nah, I would love it. I love it.
It'll be interesting to see.
I would love it. I think it helps the sport. I think it helps
Yeah.
to have a different level of fandom. And that's probably the goal of the WESWES Network, sports side of things, to make that happen. Because I want the guys, when they come on 135, to go hard, like, hey, talk about your team. Like,
Yeah.
the reason why Salmon Cole was called out as coach.
Yeah.
Because, one of the boys is a Broncos fan.
Yeah.
And he was suffering for the last 2 years when they were out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Tell him, I want to know if it's the coach's fault. That's why I put the question out.
Yeah.
Because the hard-out Broncos fan wants to know.
But that's like goes back to like what I was saying about those editors, like you can always go back to that editor because it's raw about what they're saying, and like, they actually make sense, and so when we go back and we read those critiques and that, like, it should make you think, like, shucks, am I making the right decision? Is my coach really a dickhead?
Yeah, I think I'll just make things clear. Like, I'm not. I don't think fans should be like brutal like that. But I think that it's like a reaction kind of thing.
Yeah,
like the first reaction.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone says "fuck" when someone drops the ball. Fuck. You can't, like, everyone says that.
Yeah.
Don't tell me no one says that. If your team, come on, your team drops the ball. That first
100%.
reaction. That first reaction. No one says, "Oh, it's okay. Next time, just you hold the ball next time. Don't worry."
Yeah.
No one says that.
Bro, I bet everyone said that, when Ben Hunt dropped that ball, I was like, nah, we're done, man. We're done.
Exactly. It's that moment.
Yeah.
That energy that was unleashed at that moment.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fan.
That rawness, eh?
The rawness, but that's natural. That's a natural reaction.
Yeah.
And it's always been like that. That's what I'm trying to say with the fans' perspective. That's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And we can sugarcoat it however we want. We say it's
whatever.
mental health.
Yeah.
Say it's mental health. But hey, Ben Hunt's the man. He's still the man.
Yeah, hard out.
Just at that moment, he was he was chaos, man. People hated him.
Yeah.
But then next year when he came back, he won the game again. He's the man again.
Hard out.
But that's the ups and downs of sport.
Yeah.
Which I think when the media says, "Oh, we can't boo the ref," or you can't stop the natural
that's it.
instincts of what fans give to the game, man.
Bro, imagine trying to tell that to the soccer fans in the UK. Bro, you will end up getting booted in the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, I think for, like, some of the players, like, how that whole Fatmanu Brown thing came about? And
was that when you switched?
Yeah, when he switched.
Yeah.
Like, I think that side of, being a fan, maybe that went too far. What do you reckon?
Well, that's a Hardy Samoan supporters.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
at the same time, obviously they're going to get paid.
Yeah.
So you can't. I think you can't mess with anyone's money.
Yeah.
The way you can't mess with anyone how they make a living.
Yeah.
When you put food on the table, you can't mess with that. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the story I saw in the paper, the Kangaroos going to offer $40,000 a game for next World Cup to the players.
Yeah, I saw a breakdown of that. I think it was like 40K for World Cup. Origin was 30.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And then like NRL, not NRL, and the breakdown of every competition kind of thing.
Even the
Prime Minister's
team.
Prime Minister's team, I think it was like $3,000 or something like that.
Something like that.
Or even just to be selected, I think you get like 2K, something like that.
I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
Because it puts it, let's see how it puts things in perspective now. Because when the public knows, okay, you can't fault the guy for trying to put the food on the table.
Yeah.
$40,000 is a lot of money. What, you're going to...
You know where they need to do that? The Manu Samoa.
Yeah.
You know, they need to show the receipts for Manu Samoa. I guarantee you, bro, the whole world will jump on board and say, man, how are you treating your players like this? You can't pay them in sandwiches?
Oh man, that's a mess, man. The Manu Samoa,
I don't know.
that's a mess.
That's a whole different beast.
Yeah. Yeah. But playing for the love of the jersey is not the same anymore. And I think I don't know if the Kangaroos doing that, releasing those numbers on how much the players are going to get paid. There's indication that they're scared they're going to lose players. Because I still think, I don't know, I might think they're greedy to doing that.
Yeah.
Because I think they see these Samoan players or Tonga players as part of their team.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say no to that.
Yeah.
I think they're scared.
Agree,
They're scared to let Stephen Crichton go.
100%, man.
And Whenua Blake go.
Yeah.
Because Whenua Blake will play for. He's already with Kiwis.
Yeah. What will that do for like these tier 1 teams? I reckon those guys are scared of what can happen if we were at our full potential. Will it be like the new era? Of these tier 2 teams dominating, and the money's not going, to these, tier 1 teams or these corporations, so.
But at the same time too, with Australia, like, if you're going to do this and expect a lot of these Samoan guys to come back to Australia, like, you're cutting out someone from Australian to come up too.
Yeah.
That's another thing,
Yeah, hard out.
Like, you're not developing your own guys.
Yeah. That's
so what's the end goal here, Mal Meninga? You gonna see? Is it gonna be like Islander Kangaroos? Is it? Because they've already got Haas and Tino.
Man, it'll be interesting.
How many more guys do you want? Like, fuck.
Well, I think also to see it from the players' perspective as well. Like you were saying, the bread that they're putting on the table, is that the majority of their decision, or is it for the love of the jersey? So it could go either way.
With the Hammer, because he's both,
Yeah.
He's Aborigine and Samoan.
Yeah.
So we can't blame him for swapping,
Hard out.
But Dad, it's my mom. She's Aborigine. Fuck, come on.
Man. It's like Tai Tuivasa. He's Aborigine Sa'i.
Yeah. But is he? Oh, yeah, he is, because he showed the
I'm sure he is.
the flag
Yeah.
one time, the Aborigine flag.
They've taken the flags away from UFC.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because of the whole, the wars going, I think it was Ukraine and that.
So they don't want any.
Yeah, they didn't want any dramas. But I think, don't
Yeah.
quote me on it, but like Dana's come back and say, man, if flags hurt your feeling, that's a you problem. And so, he's kind of just brought it back.
Yeah.
So,
Well, good on them for saying that.
yeah, hard out, man.
Yeah. This is weird, man, sometimes.
I think you just need to, leave your feelings at the door. This is just business, man. And,
I mean, they're hitting each other in the head for crying out loud,
Yeah, hard out.
They're breaking bones in there, fuck. What does hurt your feelings mean when you're fighting,
Well, hard out, you want to get punched in the head or you want me to hurt your feelings?
Yeah, man. But, coming back to the All Blacks loss, man, that was social media when blew up there.
Bro.
I think you didn't even know. You didn't have to watch the game to know what happened there.
Yeah. New Zealand supporters are so hearty, man. Like, it's a good thing to see, but then like when you get down to the nitty gritty of like where it all went wrong, or what could have happened in that, I think we need an insight into that, and not. It's hard not to be so emotional, because obviously, that's your country, But yeah, seeing things from that perspective, it's hard. But I think we all have to see it like that.
Mm.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going for the Springboks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This gonna sound right now.
I called it too on the chat, on the boys chat.
Yeah.
Got heaps of like thumbs down on that. But I got the score wrong though. I said 21-24 Springboks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have put a bet down.
But yeah, man, like, did you hear Adi Savir's speech afterwards?
I think I saw his... No, I don't think so. I saw his when he had the interview with the New Zealand, the Sky TV guys.
Yeah, Sky Sports.
Oh.
Yeah. When he was saying, you know, this is the second time now that that happened to me, bro. That hit deep, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I felt that one. It was like, oh shucks, man, this guy's gonna come back, you know, bigger and better and stronger, you know, the next time, you know.
But he's going to Japan. He's off to Japan next year.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
There's a few of them, eh?
Yeah. Richie Mong is gone. He's going. Some of the old guys are going. Like
Yeah.
Retallick, Sam Whitelock's going. Whanganguku's are going. But I want to see what happens because it's 3 year stand down. Are they going to show up for New Zealand or are they going to show up for Tonga and Samoa? You know?
Man, that'll be so interesting, man. Because like seeing, what's his name? He played for Manu. Was it Pietau? No.
Pizza played for Tonga. Charles Pizza.
No, there was another guy. He was an
Sopwanga.
ex-All Black. Sopwanga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ex-All Black, eh?
Yeah.
Man, good to see him in the blue jersey.
Well, he was injured most of the tournament and he only came on the last game and he played real good.
Was it Sopwanga or was it Lutua?
Lutua played the
Lutua,
whole
eh?
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah. Even him too. Yeah. Man, good to see.
Yeah, it's good to see that rule, that 3 year stand down now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully more of the boys get to put on that blue jersey.
Hard out.
But they've got this new competition that people say is going to be the death of rugby.
Yeah.
Starts up that Nations Championship. So you got 6 nations and the rugby championship.
Yeah.
Plus Fiji and Japan. Gonna play up north in a tournament every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every year in between the World Cups.
I think I saw something on there like it's not good for the
Tier 2.
yeah, the tier 2 nations, eh?
Yeah, because in order for the tier 2 nations to come up, they need to play tier 1 teams.
Yeah.
And because this competition happened, they're not going to play them. So they're going to have a promotion relegation
Yeah.
in 2032. So yeah, it just gets worse. But I don't know. I've been following social media after the All Blacks game, and you know how everyone's complaining about the ref.
Yeah.
Like the general feeling on social media was like, man, I'm gonna watch this bloody game anymore, sort of thing, you know.
It feels like it's heading towards that way, eh? Like, man, like I don't watch rugby. I'm a rugby league guy, but like, you know, seeing from, you know, years ago the rule changing all the way up to today, and you know everything around it and stuff. Bro, rugby's changed so much. You know, even the like, obviously with the safety side of stuff, but like even behind rugby, you know, like these corporations and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
They're
a lot of
just
money to be made. And
killing the game.
Sort of like greed, eh?
Yeah,
Takes over.
that's sad to see.
Yeah, I always said that that I think league has it right when it comes to the rules around head knocks and that.
Yeah,
You know, I think it's the best way of doing it.
yeah,
How they do it, they get a head knock, you get HIA. If you're not, then you're gonna go
yeah,
come back. If it depends on the level of HIA,
yeah.
you can
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back
yeah.
or wait next week.
Yeah.
for another game.
Yeah.
See, that's a fair way of doing it.
Yeah,
And you know, and the other rule I like in rugby league is the knock-on rule. Like in rugby, if you go for intercept and you knock it on,
yeah.
it's a yellow card. In rugby,
What?
yeah, it's a yellow card. But in league, it's just a straight knock-on. If you go for the intercept and you knock it,
Why
Not good
is it a yellow card?
because it's intentional knock-on. So what they do in rugby, you didn't know.
No.
What they do in rugby, they have to go to TMO
Yeah.
to find out if it is a deliberate knockdown, because knockdown is only allowed to be an accident.
Wait, so they can go back for that,
Yeah.
but they can't go back for what happened to Ari Savia
Well,
and
see,
overthrow.
that's the whole controversial thing about it. That the TMO is picking up every single thing.
Yeah.
And of course, the TMO is going to miss something, and that's the problem. That's the problem. But the knock-on rule, deliberate knock-on rule. If you're going for intercept with one hand,
Yeah.
well, that's a deliberate knock. If you have to go for two hands. So it looks like you're intercepting it. If it looks like you're intercepting it, then it's fair. But if you're just going to that, you're banging it down, then it's deliberate. It's deliberate knock-on. That's red, yellow card.
But what if you're like a Rich Moanga and you can scoop it with one hand, like...
Well, that's what
how can you
determine. That's what they determine. Is he going for it or is he not going for it? But in league, it's straightforward.
Yeah.
That happens anytime of the game. It's scrum. It's the other team.
Bro, it's always getting like way too strategic, eh?
Yeah. It was way too technical,
That's crazy.
Mm. So I had a discussion with the boys on MTR Clip about the whole Pacific what's it called? Pacific Championship, the Toa Samoa and Kangaroos, and because man, it's got nothing to do with Cook Islands and PNG. They're separate. And then the other separate thing was England versus versus MMT.
Yes,
up north, free game test.
Yeah. It was different, eh?
Yeah. So to me, it felt a bit rushed.
Yeah.
Because how it went was like Samoa, Kangaroos, and Kiwis will play each other. Then the top two will go to a final.
Yeah.
A grand final.
Yeah.
Well, it's like kind of obvious who's going to be in the grand final. So the grand final was this weekend in Hamilton, but the last game was Australia versus New Zealand. Because they beat Samoa, they're both automatically in the grand final.
Yeah.
So the last game didn't matter. Whoever lost is still going to be in the final. Like, it doesn't matter.
What was the point?
What was the point of that last game?
Yeah.
There was nothing to go for. Because you just both made the final.
That was a dumb setup how they did it. Like, it should have just all been held, in Australia. Like all those games.
Well, it would have made sense if they played each other twice and then have a final.
Yeah.
At least give Samoa a chance to come back.
Hard out.
Play them twice. But I don't think they could play in Samoa.
Nah.
Would have been hard, eh?
Yeah, hard out.
Yeah.
But do you think it's a money thing? Was it a money thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't have the facilities to cater for 20K people on the stands. Eh?
Man, they could have had that at the Broncos Stadium.
Yeah, where there's heaps of Samoans there.
Yeah. Or even like the, Fijians, Tongans and that. Bro, could have just held it all there.
Did you go to the tour game in Kiwis?
Nah.
That was a game that was 50-0, eh?
Yeah. 50-0.
I went there and it was like, man, the best thing about that night was just the crowd, eh?
Yeah.
Just so many Samoan supporters, man.
Yeah. It's good to see, eh?
It's good to see, man.
Like win or lose.
Yeah. And it was cool because no one left. A lot of them didn't leave.
Yeah.
They stayed behind, still sang the songs.
Man, that's true fans, man. Win or lose, we still coming hard.
I was kind of felt sorry for the Kiwis because it was their home ground and it didn't look like it. Like Eden Park looked like Apia Park,
Yeah.
And especially when they were booing the haka, like, man, I thought that, oops.
Yeah.
It's not going to turn out well if you do that. But which it didn't, 50-0. But even the national anthems, like they sang the Toa Samoa national anthem first. Yeah. And to be expected, everyone was singing. Yeah. Which is cool. Then they sang the Kiwis, the New Zealand national anthem. Everybody was singing that too. Yeah. So which was cool as well.
Bro, that's me, man.
Yeah, it was me.
It's like you would only see that. Like you wouldn't see that with any other country. Like you see it with the Tongans and Fijians, Samoans and that, but you'll never see that with Australia or England. or any of those other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll get their supporters, but not that many. Not all over the park.
Hard up.
Yeah. But no, it was a good feeling there. It was being there with everybody, supporting Samoa. Was like took me back to the parades.
Yeah.
That feeling again. That was pretty cool. So I thought that was like a thank you to the fans there.
That was a good time, me.
Mm.
Those parades, man. Like looking back and thinking about it, like even before going to the parade, I was like, man, something's gonna go down. It's gonna get rowdy. But when I went there, man, bro, it was just all love. Like, everyone was just like there for 685. You know, and bro, it was cool to see. Gave you that tingle in your nose.
Yeah. And just reliving that whole win against MMT.
Yeah.
That was, but then that win against England, man, that was the kicker.
That was something special,
Man, that was, couldn't believe it, eh?
Yeah, hard out. That would have been the same for like the Kiwis when they beat England the last time, Like I remember that feeling too. Like, we made the finals.
Yeah. Even to have the players we had,
Bro, hard out, eh? And like that whole hype of like people coming back to the blue jersey, or giving this up for the blue jersey and that. Bro, everything about it was like, man, I'm proud to be Samoan.
Yeah, hard out. Hard out. And that was, yeah, that was, I never felt that experience.
Neither.
At the parades. And it came back again at Eden Park.
Yeah.
So, man, just want to feel that feeling again, like,
bro,
hopefully Mono Samoa can do the same.
Hard out, man.
Do the same for everyone,
Like I remember driving to the parade at Paz Park, and we're coming from Custon down to Glen Eden, and you could see like down the hill how long the line was.
Mm.
Like everyone had like 3-4 flags, every car.
Yeah.
And like straight away it was like, far out, man. Get that tear coming down your eye, that tingle in your nose, and I was like, man, this is special, man. And it's like, it's so good to see.
Well, when I saw the Samoan boys come out, everyone just cheering.
Yeah.
I just automatically felt like, man, I wonder what you guys are feeling.
Yeah.
Like seeing this, seeing the love,
Yeah.
Seeing it, and then us singing the national anthem. Then us singing the New Zealand national anthem too. Like, wonder what the Kiwis feel as well, and like, man.
Man, that would have been a cool feeling for them too, because a lot of them would have been New Zealand born as well.
Mm.
Even what's his name? Solomona? No.
Nelson.
Yeah. Nelson. He's New Zealand born Samoan. That, like, he would have been in his head singing the Samoan national anthem,
Mm.
and a few of those boys.
Mm.
So like you were saying, I wonder what they were thinking.
The Samoan boys and the Kiwis were getting booed.
Oh yeah.
And when Nelson Solomona scored his try, right, they were booing. But he showed his his tap.
Yeah,
didn't show, he didn't do the Kiwi thing. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
But did you watch the game on TV?
No, I caught the highlights.
Oh yeah.
I think it was working.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, it was. Yeah, I felt. Yeah, it wasn't the same team as the World Cup team. Obviously, our spine wasn't that.
Yeah.
Wasn't up to scratch. With experience in that. They
Yeah.
put Stephen Crichton out of position.
Yeah. Like as a fan, I hate seeing players being played out of position like Stephen Crichton, because like I don't know, like I always want to see our teams at full potential, see the best, of the best.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't play out like that, I don't know, sucks.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you think about Samoa's fullback, Afalongo?
Bro, special, man. Bro, he, like, if Storm don't hold on, like, I think him being at the Storm will progress his game, because like Bellamy's done it to so many players, whether it's off the field or on the field, like he's produced greats. Obviously like Billy Slater, but man, Sua Falunga, bro, he's the next big thing, I reckon. Like, watch out. Yeah.
Well, I saw in the paper on social media, on NRL.com, Storm are reportedly shopping Peppenhausen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, I know it might bump up Falunga to fullback if they put Mini on the wing.
Yeah. Because he's injured, eh?
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah.
Damn.
But he's a good player too. But
yeah, he's a gun.
Not sure how much these injuries will like make him slow, or I don't know.
I don't know, because like even, when Sean Johnson got injured, and I thought, man, he'll never be the same again. Bro, that man just came from strength to strength, man. And he's like a different player,
Yeah. Do you think that's Webster?
Yeah.
Just changing his game to suit how he plays now? Sort of thing?
I think he's taken a lot of stress, that kind of stress off Sean Johnson, and just letting him have full reign to do whatever he wants to do, And like I remember when Simon Mannering used to play, and there was a article saying that he couldn't play to his full potential because of that captaincy weight.
Oh, yeah.
Having that weight on his shoulders, and it kind of affected his gameplay. And so for Webster to do that to Sean Johnson and say, look, do whatever you want to do, lead the boys around the paddock however you want. I think it's just made it, made him play clearly. Yeah.
Because he is playing different there. I think he's up for extension there. Different new contract there. So I think he was on Sharks. He was on the Sharks contract there.
But like you watch his performance at the Sharks, and then on to the Warriors, bro. He's like a new person, like he loves the game. You see it when he played for, the Sharks. It looked like he was doing his job to get paid,
Yeah.
Whereas at the Warriors, he turned up. You could see it, and even with the whole team, you could see that they were playing more than just the money. They wanted it for the club, they wanted it for the fans, they wanted it for themselves. And so to see that on the new side of the Warriors, man, it's promising, I reckon.
I was impressed with the Warriors season, because that's a big turnaround.
Massive,
Them men and Broncos.
Yeah.
Considering where they were last year.
Yeah.
And, man, just to come on top again like they did, having a successful season. Like, for you being a Wise fan, like, go to Wise and the Wise and all that, like, man, you must have been really happy, really proud of the boys, eh?
Man, we just went from strength to strength, man. And like, a lot of people were saying it, like, they're just backing themselves this time, and they're not focusing so much like, we need to get to the semis, it's like, let's focus on this game and this game only, like as if this was the grand final, and then move on to next week, and then this is the grand final, and it was just that, just weekend, that week focus on that week, this week focus on this week, like that. And I think that helped them, instead of thinking way down the track.
Take it one game at a time.
Yeah, one game at a time. But I think that's like what Webby brings, is like, let's focus on the stuff that we can control and not so much on the things that we can't. Yeah.
Did you ever go up to the games?
I went to two games, yeah.
Was that the last run they were having?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, man, they made it an event, those home games.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed with seeing what the Go Stadium did
for
the fans. They're having the light show, laser show.
Yeah.
And just even turning off the lights.
Or hard out. I haven't seen that since they done that first blackout.
Yeah.
for the Warriors. I think it was 2011. Like that was the last time I seen it. But like they like no lasers or anything, but they went all out. You know, even with the big screen and that.
Yeah.
And bro, that chant afterwards, bro, no one else.
We did that time.
Nah, like, but no one else does that. No in NRL team does that.
Yeah.
You know?
The Warriors chanting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those moments, that event, man, that is, I think for New Zealand standards, that's far ahead.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what you need to do now in sports.
Yeah.
You need to make these games an event rather than just going to a game and going at home.
Yeah.
Needs to be something else there. They need to do more than just have a game, you know.
In NFL do that so well.
Oh man, it was crazy.
You know, they make it an event. You got bloody barbecues in the bloody car parks, you know, before the game, you know, stuff
2
like
hours
that.
before the game, people are there drinking and having barbecues and that, you know.
You know, and bro, I would love to see that in NZ, you know, because bro, I'll definitely come for that.
Yeah,
you know,
they do it in South Africa too.
People will turn up.
They do it in South Africa with the rugby.
Man,
with the braai.
That's mean. Yeah.
The braai thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, that's close to it. I think I saw a friend of mine was at their game, and the stories he was in the tents on the side.
Yeah,
and they had like their own kind of tailgate where they had the boot of cars open up, all the drinks are in there.
Yeah.
But that was on like it looked like a VIP area.
Yeah,
sort of thing. Yeah,
like I can understand how it can get out of control. You know, being NZ, like us being real hearty and that, but
yeah. But I think you have to.
Be good to see.
You have to if you want to bring people in.
Yeah,
like the community in. Like, how do you feel about bandwagons and that?
Bro.
Like, you know, the chatting about bandwagons.
Yeah. Nah, bro. If you're gonna jump on, man. Like, I don't really care. Like, the more the merrier, I reckon. You know, because we've never seen anything like this for the Warriors. You know, being a Warriors fan, like we've never seen this kind of hype. You know, the only like as fans, you know, like I'd say, bro, we're the heartiest, but the people that come second will be the doggies. Like, bro, those doggies fans,
win or lose there,
bro, unmatched, man.
Yeah,
you know,
and you know. Talking about the doggies, they haven't been up in the winning column for a long time, eh?
Bro, I reckon everyone needs to watch out for doggies next year. Like, they're like slowly building their empire, man. You know, and Phil Gould, bro.
He's there, eh?
Yeah. Bro, he's gonna. I reckon he'll bring something. Like, he's got something up his sleeve.
Is it true he would have stayed at the Warriors if it wasn't for COVID?
I don't know.
Phil Gould, because he left before when COVID there happened. Yeah.
But. Like, looking back now, it's like, who cares because we got Webby, you know? But
and there must be that Penrith connection there, that Ivan Cleary connection there. Like, he's the brains behind, you know, success of the Penrith, and anyone that's under him goes out to these teams except for the Bulldogs guy, Serrato. But now he's getting the guys from Penrith to come because they know him, eh?
Yeah.
So it's not like they're gonna go to a different coaching staff because they know Serrato from Penrith.
I think there's 3 of them going there, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know Stephen Crichton's going.
Stephen Crichton, Lemieux.
Now he's going to Roosters.
Oh, is he going Roosters?
Someone else, eh? I
think.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure someone else.
Oh, Josh Curran.
Oh yeah,
he's going. Do you need him?
Hey,
do you need him?
Do I need?
Do Warriors need him?
Yes,
Josh Curran.
100%, man. That was the most stupidest move I think Warriors have made. Honestly, man, that Josh Curran, bro, the way he plays, that quick off the ball, man, that he was doing that whole season, and like I heard they're saying, oh, we need to free up the cap for these youngsters coming through. And like, man, I'm all good for that, you know. Like, you know, putting our own through, you know, to the NRL.
But not messing up something good.
Yeah, like, bro, if it's not broken,
Don't fix it.
Yeah, don't fix it, man.
We're getting RTS back,
Yeah.
and I think Harris DeWitt is going back.
Is he?
Harris DeWitt is going back. Yeah.
He went on a mission, eh? Or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah. He went on his mission, but I think he's coming back. Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So who's hooker? Who's the hooker?
Wade Egan.
Oh yeah.
Wade Egan.
I get him mixed up with Josh Curran.
Bro, Josh
name.
Curran, Wade Egan. Man, they can't lose Wade Egan, bro. I reckon he would have been top 2, top 3 hookers
Oh yeah.
for the NRL, man.
Just quick.
Bro, just good.
Mm.
Like, he was doing everything right, you know. He had a few injuries, but that was unavoidable. But, man, he was playing out of his skin, man. But same with Josh Curran, bro. Like, he was always going hundies. Like, every game he played, even though he was, like, off the bench and that. But, man, he always brought that energy. That's why I don't understand why the Warriors got rid of him.
True. Yeah.
Like, I was pissed, you know, about losing Josh Curran.
Yeah.
Like, Jordan messaged me, and he was like, "Yeah, welcome home, son." I was like, "Gee, me and you fight right now, bro. Let's scrap." You know, like that pissed me off, man.
Something I think you're right, eh? Bulldogs, eh? Watch out for them next year, eh?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
bro, they're gonna have a stacked
they're brewing
team.
something, eh?
Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. They're slowly building their empire, you know, and they're gonna come in with that Trojan horse.
Because they got good players, man. Eh?
Yeah,
And they'll have another year of experience, too.
I think they got a good leadership going on there. But with all these new players coming through and that, got Crichton, the Fox, who's there? The other guy, he came from Penrith as well.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
The tall guy.
Does the bombs.
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot. But you know, just thinking about what you're talking about and the NRL as a competition, they've got a lot of things right, eh? Like if I compare them to Super Rugby,
Yeah.
like NRL, they've got a lot of things right, eh? Like they got the rules right, you know, they got the salary cap right, because you're seeing a team like Penrith breaking up because they can't afford these players.
Yeah.
So now they're leaving, which you probably want, you know, to spread the talent around. When you have a salary cap situation, but even to see a team like the Warriors and the Broncos just have that turnaround, a year turnaround. Think about where they were last year and where they ended up just in the year.
Yeah.
You know, what other competition can do that?
No.
You know?
You'll never see that at Super League.
No. You won't, eh?
No.
It's the same old Wigan and
Yeah.
those guys, eh?
But
And Leeds and...
I thought there was a bit of controversy last year between the players and NRL.
Yeah, yes. It was
There
a money
was,
thing?
Yeah, it was a money thing. I think that problem will never go away. Like, there will always be something, you know, to bring to the table every year. But I think everything else, I think NRL have got it right.
Yeah. I'm very impressed with how the NRL ran the comp.
Yeah.
Because I've been really disappointed with Super Rugby. Like, last Super Rugby, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was that, honestly? I mean, I didn't watch any games other than the Blues, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, who wants to watch the Western Force and Melbourne Rebels?
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think it was,
What?
it had all changed because of COVID?
That was a big deal, but I think it all changed when South Africa left.
Right.
And Australia being useless doesn't help. You know? I mean, they're crap.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't win against any New Zealand team
Yeah.
unless you're the Brumbies.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like a waste of time. You can't even watch those teams play. At least with NRL, you can pretty much watch every single game, eh?
Yeah.
You know? You can
Like-
watch, and the Tigers, you know, they can beat any team on their day.
Yeah.
You know, any team in the NRL,
Yeah.
no matter where you are on the table, can beat any other team on their day.
That's right.
And that's the telling of a really good competition.
Bro.
You know, exciting competition. a competition where you place your bets and don't even know.
Bro.
It's hard to get the multis.
That's it, man.
Fuck.
You look at my my TAB account, bro. It's like I got 4 right, one loss. It was always up and down. You could never say, oh yeah, man, this is solid. I'm gonna whack $100 on it. It's always like, oh, I'll put 20 here, and then I'll put 20 on this multi, 20 on this multi, 20. Bro, it was so hard, and like that just goes to show, like you were saying, on any day, this team could win, or this team could,
And that's how they win too. Like you can be down like 3 tries last 5 minutes, they still win.
Yeah.
But that's the game of league. Like you're allowed to. I think you're allowed to. The rules are made and the game's played. You can catch up fast. You can score a try just like that.
Yeah. 100%.
You can't do that in rugby union. You're down by 3 tries. Game over in 5 minutes. Game over in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you're Carlos Spencer or something, but it's game over. So I think I'm really impressed with the NRL and what they've done.
Even like player positions. I think like for props now, they're like 80 kilos, 80, 90 kilos.
Oh yeah.
Whereas in rugby,
well, you don't get the Tokiahos and
the
kind of props in.
They're like 120, 110, something like that.
Tokiaho, he's not a prop. Like Tomati Williams and those big guys, Joe Moody and all those.
Yeah. Like they're big boys, man. But like these NRL props, man, they're playing like 70 minutes. Almost 80-minute full games.
I mean, they could be, if they switched over to Union, they would be in the backseat. Some of these props,
100%.
Or in the midfield or something.
Like I remember watching something on Roger, and they done like a skill thing, and they were shocked at like
how fit he was.
How fit he was. And they're like, oh man, bro, this is like normal. This is light work. This is like pre warm ups.
Yeah.
It's like far out.
Yeah. No, I can imagine there's a different beast training in Australia.
Yeah.
Especially compared to New Zealand Rugby League.
Yeah.
Like you go to Australia, like you saw it in the past day with ex-Warriors going to Australia and become even better.
Yeah. 100%, bro.
Like Nigel Vanganau was a good example.
Yeah.
He left the Warriors, went over there and became the best the best centre in the whole world, for the Bulldogs.
Like before Webby, like I always used to say, like the Warriors were the development squad for the NRL.
Oh
you know? So we'll build up all these players, send them off to the NRL to come and sass us, or like whoever leaves the Warriors ends up winning a premiership, the next year, whatever. James Maloney did it,
And he was on Origin, too.
Yeah.
He made Origin. Did he make Origin when he was in Warriors?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, yeah. Okay. But he was one of those ones they were licking their lips. Oh, yeah, we'll take that guy. Take that guy off your hands.
Yeah. That was another hard pill to swallow, seeing that fella leave.
Yeah. I guess over the years it's been hard to see guys go and kind of thing and scratch your head sometimes.
Yeah. Like you want to know what the process is, like, saying, as a fan, like, oh yeah, we're going to get rid of Josh Curran, and I'm like, hey, there's a couple of other guys you could get rid of, like, let's look at the stats, this guy's, pulling out, week in, week out, mean stats, and then there's this guy over here,
Is his name Pompey?
I'm not going to mention any names, bro. That's my team, man. But yeah,
I don't know. I just heard it on social media. I see it all over social media. Like he was the weakest link, sort of thing.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I want to know what the process is like. That whoever's doing the hiring and firing. Like, why did you let him go? Why not? Why not that guy?
I remember when what's his name? Brad Fittler, he was getting in trouble for New South Wales. You know how people were, the fans were like, man, what the hell? Choosing all these guys. Like, because I think he told everyone off on the Matthew John show.
Yeah.
Like he was saying to the camera.
Yeah.
Or something. He was saying, the day, you know, we asked the fans who to pick is the day you guys pick the team. Or something like that.
Yeah. He's different, eh? Bro, when he became coach, man, like everything was not normal. You know?
But you know, when I see him, he's like a player's coach kind of guy. He's like one of the boys, eh?
Yeah.
Like I don't take him seriously. Hey, he's like a joker, eh? Like
it's hard, eh? Like even when you see him up in the you know, the box and that, you know, it doesn't look like he's focusing, you know, or when he's down on the field, you know, like supposed to be, you know, doing something with the team, and he's like doing this with the ball, you know. I'm like, far up. He's not your average coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not the serious like Craig Bellamy kind of.
Yeah. Hard out.
You know, he's like, oh yeah. When I think of Brad Fittler being a coach, I always think of him like I always see him in the change rooms just laughing with the boys, that kind of stuff. Eh?
Yeah, hard out. It's like he's commentator first before he is coach. Eh?
So he's gone now, eh?
Yeah.
Who do we even got?
Bro, I don't know who that dude is.
Oh, true.
Even the Samoa coach, I don't know who that is.
Oh, didn't he? Oh, Ben Gardner. He came from Penrith.
Did he?
I think he's one of the assistants.
Oh, okay.
Penrith, yeah.
Nah, I never heard of him.
And even Kiwis coach is Australian, isn't he?
Is he?
Maguire.
Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Man, it was funny watching the Kiwis Kangaroos game on the weekend on Saturday night, though. Because that's when I took my Samoa jersey off and put my Kiwis jersey on. You know, and I'm sure a lot of people did the same. But man, like, because I actually thought Kiwis were gonna win.
Yeah.
I actually thought that. But then Australia just reminded me, nah, who's your daddy? You know, like, this is we can do this without fucking Peyton Haas and Tino. We can still do it without them. You know, I was like, damn. Okay then.
Yeah.
And see, Cam Murray scored that try, smiling.
Yeah.
So, you know, just putting it into us.
Man, like I think Kiwis and that have a long way to catch up to where Australia is playing at the moment. I think that we're still in that old mentality of like, bro, our forwards just smashed them all the whole 80 minutes, and that's how we win the game. You know, like I think that's the kind of mentality that we're still carrying. Whereas, you know, Australia, man, they're working on every aspect of the game, you know, and they're dominating in every aspect of the game. And so I think we've got a long way to catch up.
Yeah, because we've got the talent. Yeah,
bro, 100%.
We've got the talent, and that's why I thought we could get one over them. Because that Australian team that they put out for Kiwis was probably not the top team. Australian team, it wasn't the top team, and probably hasn't been the top team in a few years. Out of a few years, huh?
Yeah.
Like this is probably okay. In comparison, it's probably the weakest Australian team they've put out in a few years, huh? Like you don't have Mitchell in there.
Yeah,
Trebojevic not there. Payne Haas not there.
Yeah, bro. I think, man, like New Zealand Rugby League, like they need to pick up what Australia's doing, like right from school, you know. But it's hard when like rugby is the main sport here, you know. But I think like after the performance that we had last year with the Warriors, man, like at least let's have a look into it, you know. Let's see where we can build something, you know, in the schools and, you know, have classes, you know, for rugby league or something like that.
So I think the fans that came to the games, like they were sold out games, The last few games all sold out. I reckon NZR was jealous, man.
Yeah.
I reckon they were jealous.
Yeah.
You know.
Bro, that's one thing like we can guarantee we're always going to bring is, bums on seats,
Mm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if NZL were jealous.
Yeah. Was it a bit scary for you to find out or to wait NRL's decision to have the game at Eden Park, that last game?
Bro, I didn't want it to be at Eden Park.
Yeah. Because I understand they want more money.
Yeah.
More people can fit.
That's dumb, bro.
But they haven't won there.
Yeah, no. Same with the Cake Tin.
Mm.
Like, we haven't won there either,
Yeah.
So, like, again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
It's the spiritual ground.
Yeah,
Kicks in
100%.
the knee. Yeah.
And, man, stop changing the bloody name of the stadium.
Oh, the Go Stadium.
Yeah.
Is that a new sponsor now? Is it? Yeah.
Guess so. It's like, man, let's just call it Ericsson. Or Mount Smart, whatever. Like, is the Mount Smart Joker going to change his name to, Go Media Smart? Or...
It's probably the best sponsor though, because they do all the billboards, the TV billboards. The billboard TV one. If you go up Henderson,
Yeah.
you go towards Lincoln Road.
Oh, yes, yeah, on the corner at the intersection.
They do all those things.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah, so they must, because they got the light show and all that.
Yeah.
So they probably do. That's them.
Yeah.
That's their specialty. Yeah.
That's right. They
Why
got
they do
those. There's one in Newton, there's one in Ponsonby, and there's one in Parnell.
Mm.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so that's them.
Yeah, that's them. The Go Media. So. No, man, but man, the way they did it felt like they're trying to do the NFL thing with the turn off the lights. When they turned off the lights, I was like, whoa, they're going to do the American thing. And then the spotlights came with the boys coming up. Because you do that to the main team, you don't do that to the visiting team. It's just a normal.
Yeah.
I crack up when I watch NBA when the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the commentator, he's just talking normally. When it's the other team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we got guard, we got Russell Westbrook guard. Next we got center, and now for your LA Lakers, LeBron, the King James. He changes.
Yeah. They go all out there, put the spotlight on.
Yeah.
Man,
That's crack out, man. That's cool.
bro, nothing like. Oh man, I'd love to see the Warriors do something like how that. Is it LSU that does Into the Sandman?
Oh yeah. Bro, those college,
That's
man,
undefeated.
they are next level, man.
Yeah.
Can't believe it, man.
I mean, like if we're gonna go as far as having the most jerseys in the NRL, let's go a step further and like do a bloody light show, something, whatever like that every match.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good for the fans. It's good for the event. It's good to bring people on because people come for the experience.
Yeah,
you get the game experience, but on top of that, this is what you get too.
Yeah. And I think it also drowns out the whole like, oh man, I don't want to get stuck in traffic, leaving the stadium and blah blah. And it'll be like, bro, let's go. They're gonna have a mean-ass show, whatever.
Mm. But you know how you touched on the college stuff.
Yeah,
that is the reason why American sports is what it is.
Yeah,
because they put it in you when you were a kid.
Yeah,
in high schools, like they are so focused on making you loyal to your school.
Yeah,
sports team, your basketball team or your football team.
I don't.
And then you go to college and then you're part of them.
Yeah,
you go to the stadiums, do the Metallica song and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's there. And when you leave, when you're like 50 years old, you always go back to your alumni.
They still say it, like, man, I'm from LSU, man, they always refer back to, where they came from.
It's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And it's that loyalty thing. And it's like any other like fandom in sports, but they do it differently where they actually cultivate it. They actually make you loyal in a way where you just can't help it. You're always going to say you're connected to their school no matter what. Like Custom Boys, like you guys, Custom Boys, how you guys connected to the school, have your old boys and all that. It's the same thing.
Yeah. But I think just at a different scale.
At a different scale, that's right. Like imagine if everybody in the whole New Zealand were connected back to their high school.
Hard out.
At the same thing. Like you'll go there, watch the games. Yeah. Watch your son's game and watch brother's game or whatever. And just coming Like we don't have that here.
Nah.
Like we don't go to our local rugby league club, watch the games on a weekly basis, you know,
Nah.
or what it matter, watch those games or something, because only the families of the players go.
Yeah.
Or the players go
Yeah.
to watch, but not the normal community.
Yeah.
Unless there's something in it for them.
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you make something in it for them? You do all this stuff. You do all this other stuff that
Yeah.
America does better than us, you know?
I know. Like you were saying, they make it a whole community thing, you know, like you were saying. But whether you played for that school or not, you know, but you're from that area,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so you still represent. You
Yeah.
go out and you buy those Letterman jackets and, you know,
Yeah.
flags and whatever, you know? Because like you were saying, they kind of pull you into that
Yeah, that's right.
that lifestyle, you know?
And I think the media over there plays a part in it too.
Massive part.
Because they make fans angry,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
They make the fans angry and they make them passionate again as well, you know? I think you see that in NRL fans in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing with the... I remember the story in Australia came out when New South Wales, they lost, and then they had those ex-New South Wales players, fans take off the jersey and swap it with Queensland jersey.
Yeah.
And they did the whole ceremony
Yeah.
to convert them over there.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. That's unheard of here.
I think ARL, Aussie Rules,
Yeah.
they've got it right, but on a smaller scale,
Yeah.
you know.
It's just Victoria. And
Yeah. Like if you're from that area, you know, that's your team, you know, and like the same with the States.
because how big is it over there? Because your family's over there. Like when you go over, like, is it any NRL like in your face, or is it all AFL in your face?
It's all AFL.
There.
Man, like NRL is nowhere near as big as AFL over there.
Wow, that's weird, eh?
Yeah, it is. Like especially coming from like a league community family and you know all of that. But like, man, it's bred into you like as a kid.
Oh.
You know, like AFL or rugby league. You know, but the fans there, bro, they're like second to none. Like with their teams and that. Like even like on Facebook, like there's a punting site on there, bro. Like the punters will say, "Oh, I want to go for you know, say this team. I want to put like $10 on this team." Like everyone will jump on that comment and dog you because you chucked, you know, like $10 for this team. You know, like that's how hearty these supporters are. Like it comes right down to the betting. Like, what a dick, you'll lose that, you know? Or like, oh, why didn't you chuck the house on it then, you know? It's like stuff like that, but like they're real passionate, man. Yeah.
That's crack up.
It is. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, I wish we had that culture here in New Zealand. And I wish, because man, I think it'll make things more exciting.
Yeah.
You know.
Hard out.
And I think like with the mental health stuff, it's good to get away and get out of your reality, and get into that sports space. You know.
Like I think you know, with America, the how they've got it right is because, you know, say your son is playing, you know, on the weekend, you know, they make it a whole family event. Whereas over here, it's like sometimes, oh, nah, I got to work overtime, so I got to work on Saturday, so I can't come watch your game, you know? And so that kind of gets in the way, you know? Whereas they make sure, like, nah, boss, sorry, man, my son's playing. I can't come play.
Yeah.
Stick it up your ass.
Yeah.
You know?
They make way for that, they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Even the Sunday football.
Yeah.
How it's like a tradition there.
Yeah.
For homes to stay home on Sunday, watch the football game.
Yeah. Hard
Yeah.
out. And like, it's a whole community thing. Like, nah, I'm shutting up shop today because the footy's on. You know. It's like,
Well, it makes sense because everyone's watching TV.
Yeah.
Watching the games, so no one's going to do the shopping.
Yeah. Hard out. But you know, like that's how they will choose to support their team over making money.
Yeah.
You know? So I think with that, you'll never see that here. It's like, nah, man, I've got to put food on the table. Sorry, bro.
Because I think someone told me that they have NFL all the games at the same time.
Yeah.
So they have 3 slots
Yeah.
on Sunday. They have the morning slot. Oh, no, it's morning because over here it's morning. But over there, it starts at lunchtime.
Yeah.
The first slot's at lunchtime, and there might be 5 games played at the same time
Holy.
around the country.
Yeah,
5,
yeah.
6.
Oh, yeah.
5, 6, 7 games around the country played at the same time. And then the second slot is like the 4 o'clock slot,
Yeah.
and there might be 2 games. And then the last slot is Sunday night football.
Yeah.
So one game at about 7:30 or something like that, or 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how they do it.
Yeah. Is
So-
that like the main event? That Sunday night footy?
Nah, it depends on what the draw is.
Oh, okay.
So they have Monday night football the following night,
Yeah.
and they have Thursday night football back on Thursday,
Yeah.
because I think Friday, Saturday is college football.
Yeah.
So they have to make way for college football.
Far out.
So that's on their slot. So that's why you never see NFL on Saturday and Sunday,
Yeah,
unless when they have NFL on Saturday when college finishes,
Yeah.
and then they might have some games on the Saturday slot.
Yeah.
But I think what happens when you have multiple games in the same slot is that you're just forced to watch your own team,
Yeah.
because you can't watch.
It sounds like it, eh?
Yeah, you're forced to watch your own team,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're loyal to that team.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're like only watching your team every week. You're not watching any other
Yeah,
games
yeah.
unless you really want to.
That's a good way to do it, though. Like
Yeah.
to get your fans and get
Yeah,
people.
and I think it's done on purpose,
Oh, yeah.
so the fans can just
Constantly focus on
focus on your team,
that team.
on your team.
Yeah.
And what it does is it creates the fandom. I think that's what they're all about, because when you're a fan of a team, you'll spend money on your team.
Yeah.
You buy the jerseys, you buy the
Yeah.
uniform,
merchandise,
merchandise and all that.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it too.
Yeah.
The more fans you get, that's the more money you're gonna make.
That's
know?
true. Because, bro, they would make millions
Yeah.
off,
they make
off their
millions, yeah.
merchandise in that, eh?
Mm.
Like, man.
Oh.
NFL must be getting like a good cut of that too.
Well, they get, yeah. They're in the billion. They get all their money from the broadcasting. So they sell different packages of their broadcasting.
Yeah.
They might sell the Thursday night games to a different package.
Yeah.
Then they'll
yeah.
sell the Sunday games, a different package, and Monday games. So ESPN will buy, Fox Sports will buy it. So they package it up like that. No one buys the Thursday games,
Yeah.
so that's like the cheapest package sort of thing.
That's like real business,
Yeah,
minded, eh?
yeah. But it's yeah, it is business because they got a lot of competition there. Because over there is like ESPN versus Fox Sports.
Oh, right.
That's the main two.
Yeah.
I think Fox Sports is behind, but they're just up and coming.
Yeah.
So they try, because ESPN's everywhere.
Yeah.
They got 2 channels and they cover all the sports around the world, most of the American stuff. And Fox Sports trying to overtake,
Yeah.
coming up and stuff. But Fox Sports is big because they're in Australia too.
Yeah.
They cover NRL.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, if you watch, I love NRL 360
Yeah.
because that style of debate, I love that,
It's controversy, eh?
because that's American style, and I love it how they argue.
Yeah.
I just love it. It makes the fans angry, and it makes the fans want to watch. When they talk about these things, and that's what I mean about American.
Yeah.
All focused on the fans.
Yeah.
Everything is from
Yeah.
tailgating to you support your college,
Yeah.
to buying the merchandise,
Yeah.
to watching the games, having the tradition Sunday
Yeah.
family. The family comes to one house and they watch the football day, and they have
Yeah.
their lunch barbecues,
Yeah,
all that kind of
cookouts.
stuff,
Yeah,
cookouts and that. That's all got to do with supporting your team, so you can spend your money.
Yeah.
Do
you think, like, when it comes to like programs like 3C and that, like, we kind of blindly, hate, say like with that guy Paul,
Yeah,
with him,
Paul Kent.
like, yeah, we see him as a journo and that. But man, if I see him on the street, bro, I'm gonna, take his head off. Stuff like that. Like, are we that blind to it here in NZ?
Like blind, like how, like we don't want that, or we want that?
No, like
we don't see it.
We don't see it. Like we don't see
The potential
his
and having a show like
his
that.
point.
Oh,
His point.
because just because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, what we do is we just blindly hate him because Whereas in
I know
America,
what you mean. Yeah.
in America, it's like, man, you're a dick. I hate you. You know. Whereas like over here, it's like, man, if I see you on the street, yeah, it's on site. You know what I mean?
It's more personal.
Yeah, it's more personal.
We take it more personal.
Yeah. Do you think it's like that for us here?
Well, I don't mind it if it's like that here, but obviously it's bad if we action it.
Yeah.
If we do something,
I feel like we would, Like I honestly feel like we would.
But I think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with the reactions.
Yeah.
If that's his job, so be it. If that's what they said, hey man, we need you to be like this because we need the fans to be angry. You need to say this stuff so there'll be discussions and people will watch the game. Like I reckon that's the whole thing about it. I reckon the psychology around how to get fans engaged that's part of it because you have to be out the gate. You have to say stuff that people don't agree with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to make sense. You have to make sense too.
Yeah.
Like you got to have a point.
Yeah.
And if it's a point, if he says something that people don't agree with, he has to back it up with why he said that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But at least people will know. Yeah, I don't agree with that anyway.
Yeah. Because do you remember hearing, like, this is far off, but there was an actor. He acted as a murderer on Shortland Street. And
Karen.
I don't know. Karen? I can't remember. But people wanted to give him a hiding in real life, And like he actually had to go into hiding.
Oh, he was from England, eh?
I think
so.
Born, yeah.
He lived out west up in the he bought a house in the Waitakere.
Oh yeah.
He was the villain. I
think that's the guy you're talking about. Yeah.
In the English accent and that.
But like that's how hearty, like I think we take it too far, like when we forget that it's just a drama show or we forget that it's just sports, Did
you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You know the kid king? What's his name?
Joffrey.
Yeah, King Joffrey.
Yeah.
See how he quit being an actor?
Yeah.
Because of all the hate mail he got
for
his character.
Yeah. It's hard, like being, a villain. Like I think Harry Potter, he was lucky. Well, not so much lucky, but like to try and pull off a different character other than Harry Potter. I think he only got like maybe two famous ones that have come out since Harry Potter.
Yeah. But
like to leave that character and try and do something different, it's hard.
Oh yeah. That comes back to your problem with your characters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it rubs off. Another character rubs off on another character.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it would have been the same with that Joffrey dude, like you can't act as somebody else because you'll always be seen as, that little punk king.
It's like Hollywood actors, eh? Like I think when you get to that stage, you just embrace it and become those character actors, eh?
Yeah.
Like I know there's this podcast I listen to about different movies, and they have this segment called That Guy.
Yeah.
And that guy is someone that you don't know his name, but you see him in heaps of movies. And they always play small parts, but always the same kind of...
Bro, there's this one guy, there's this one actor, he's in every Mexican movie, and he's always the drug dude, right? And his name in all those movies is always Hector.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, the character name.
The character name. But he always plays the same character, he's got the same name, but he's always portrayed.
Is he got bald head?
Yeah, bald head, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Little mustache? Yeah. I think I can see him in my head. Like,
yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
But
he's that guy.
That guy, yeah. But he always plays those small roles.
Yeah.
It's cracker, man.
Character actors, yeah. It's funny, man, when they come to a segment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now we come to that guy. He's a that guy.
Bro, that's cracker.
Yeah. But there's a few actors like that you always see in the same. Wow, funny, man.
Man, I wonder if you have to like pick or choose, as an actor, like where's this going to go for my career? It may look big, but what's life like after that? That production. Would I get another job after that?
I think it's scary, eh? It's a scary profession to be in, eh?
I think so.
If you're not an A-list and you're just looking for work, like how's the in-between stuff is going to carry you over, eh?
Yeah, hard out. But like even like now that like Netflix and Soho and all of that now is a thing, doing those series and stuff, you know, like you could be trapped and be like another Steve Urkel, you know, and then that's the last show you'll ever get, you know, or, you know, characters like that. So do you think like, oh, nah, I know it's a multi-million-dollar deal, but I'm going to turn it down?
Right.
Do you know what I
Because
mean?
you're trying to secure the future of your profession, eh? And like, you don't want to be caught in the same kind of character or something like that, eh?
Yeah, hard out. You know, or even like that guy that done that vampire one, that teen vampire,
What was that?
that Robert Pattinson.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that was the last I've ever heard of him.
Yeah. Well, he was Batman, but that was it, eh?
Yeah, we'll see. how long from when he done those vampire movies to Batman?
I know what you mean. Because I see that in the Star Wars films.
Yeah.
Like, remember back in the day when Star Wars first came out, like, you get Star, you know, Luke Skywalker, never saw him again.
Yeah.
But you saw Han Solo again.
Yeah.
I think Harrison Ford, he was the one that blew up.
Yeah.
Because he's a star now. He's been in films. So you don't really know how they pick who's going to make it, who's not. If you see someone in the first film they ever been in.
Yeah.
Like if you watch a movie and there's a group of actors and then you don't know, but maybe later on down the track, one of them will be famous. Other ones won't.
Yeah.
And you look back and you see it there.
Hard out.
Yeah.
Man, it's interesting, Harrison Ford. Like, he started acting when he was like almost, I think, 40, you know, almost into 50.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Because that's like George Clooney.
Yeah,
It
George
was on the
Clooney as well.
60s when he got famous.
Yeah. It's out of it, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it just goes to show, like, doesn't matter
Doesn't
how
matter.
old you are or...
It's all about timing, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's all about timing.
Yeah.
So I think there was a thing on social media about that topic,
Yeah.
about George Clooney, Harrison Ford, and the people that got famous when they were older. And it's like a lesson saying, "Oh, just never give up." You know? Never give up.
Yeah. That's good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I watched. Have you been to the movies, Danny?
Nah.
Because you know you're into acting and all that stuff. Are you interested in like the process of acting and everything about acting? Like,
So when I watch movies now, I don't watch it for the storyline.
oh, hey.
Nah. I look for the camera angles.
Oh, right.
That's all I'm watching, and like the sounds, the lighting, the entrances, the exits, you know, where person number 2 should be, or hang in, you know, stuff like that. That's all I'm watching. Like, I'm not watching the movie for the movie. Yeah.
Because what's that in the movie business? That's like, is that cinematographer?
I don't know.
Or is that just like just a director?
I don't know what that is. Because even like when I come up with my ideas, and you know, like I always think of the scene first, and then I'll work back on the idea.
Yeah.
It's like, how will this scene play out? You know, where's the angle coming from? You know.
Yeah, you should watch. If it's angles in that, like, man, I would suggest watching Stanley Kubrick, his movies. He's dead now.
Yeah.
But he's an old school guy. But a lot of directors now take his stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, use his stuff because he was a genius back then in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Like his camera angles. How the hell did he do that? Like those kind of things.
Yeah.
And it was like brand new, like just different. And if you watch movies, they copy the same shots.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Like, have you seen The Shining?
Yeah.
With Jack Nicholson? You know the first shot in the beginning with it's like a drone shot, but it's a helicopter in those days. And there's the car going.
Yeah.
There's eerie music. And it's going through the. You see that some horror movies, it's got that same shot. People just copy that shot.
Just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, rinse and repeat. Like,
Far up.
yeah, he's like the first. That's why he's famous. He's like a real. He's a highly referenced director.
Yeah.
Because of his style.
Yeah.
A lot of directors use him in the schools.
Yeah.
Like, I think Steven Spielberg was his biggest fan.
Far
Like
up.
Steven Spielberg uses the same stuff. Like, but they make it their own.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they get it off. So there's that. Well, and then if you get into like different directors, you can sort of find their own style,
Yeah.
like the way they shoot,
Yeah, yeah.
and they've sort of got their signature shots
Oh, okay.
too.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
director has like a signature shot.
Yeah, I might look into that.
Like Spike Lee and his dolly shot, like someone's on the skateboard pushing
Yeah.
him back, and
Yeah,
the camera's just on his face.
yeah.
Yeah, just that shot.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, or even because my favorite director right now is Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. He's always been a gun, though.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man. And I followed him since he was young, like when he first started, like Mean Streets.
Yeah.
When he did Mean Streets.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's a guy that I love this kind of his kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
Because he writes, because he's from New York.
Yeah.
And he's Italian, and he grew up in the Italian areas in New York.
Yeah.
So he grew up with all the gangsters and all that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But he was never a gangster, but he just grew up.
Yeah.
He just knew, because it was his neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why he writes all those gangster movies. He does those gangster films because he's interested in that.
He's been around it.
He's been around
Yeah,
it and
yeah,
that. But then he does other movies too. But I recently watched Silence. It's a movie called Silence.
Yeah.
And because he's a guy that writes movies according to how he feels.
Yeah.
So he's a Catholic, right? But he questions his and this is in real life. He questions his belief in
Yeah.
God and that. So he took a book and made it into a movie. It's called Silence. It stars Andrew Garfield from Spider-Man
Yeah.
and Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
And the story is in the 1600s. So they're Christians spreading the word of God to they're like missionaries.
Yeah.
They're going to Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
So Liam Neeson goes to Japan to spread the word of God in Japan. But Japan's not they don't believe in
Yeah,
God
yeah.
and that.
Yeah.
And they sort of they come in and grab Liam Neeson and his priest and that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Persecute him.
they persecute them.
Yeah.
Only if they don't believe in God anymore. If they don't believe in Jesus. And they
Yeah, yeah.
put the Bible on the ground and they have to stand on the Bible
Yeah.
or they die. So his disciples or his
Yeah.
priests, they all one by one stand on the Bible and then we'll let you go.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't, then they die. Then they kill them.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it's Liam Neeson's turn. Stand on the Bible or you die. And he stands on the Bible. And they let him live. And that's it. So
Yeah.
the story is about, then the word goes to Portugal.
Yeah, yeah.
And they send Andrew Garfield and the other guy from Star Wars. They go to try to find out what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rescue Liam Neeson and bring him back home. So that's what the story's about. Yeah.
Far out.
It's on TVNZ.
Oh, yeah.
TVNZ Plus. Yeah. So it's for free. You can check that out.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Sounds interesting.
It's a good story.
It's out of its storyline, eh? Especially like knowing that, like his idea, like you were saying, comes from his
Yeah, his own
his
experience.
own
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
and emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's sort of like he has a question he wants to answer.
yeah,
And he looks for stories and he makes a movie out of it. Like he found this book and he made a movie out of it, and that's what the story is about. Like it's all about trying to question your faith. That's the moral that's the theme of the whole movie.
yeah,
Like what would it take to question your faith? And obviously it's like it's your life or death
yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
taking that death, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man, like true. So that's interesting. So if you watch a movie and like you don't get the story, but it's alright because you know the camera angles.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know what it is. It's just nothing has been the same for me since those old movie days. Like it's like I think the last good movie that I watched, like really good movie, was probably like Blade.
Oh yeah.
Like that era of movies. Like
It's like 90s action.
yeah. Anything after that was like, I'll just wait for the reviews. If someone says that it's good, then maybe I'll watch it. But like everything else, I'm just watching for work purposes, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's like the errors and there's a good documentary on TVNZ Plus called it's a documentary, 3-episode documentary. It's narrated by Tom Hanks. It's about movies over the years.
Yeah.
Like they do the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
And it's good because it sort of gives you an idea of the different thinkings on the time, different eras in film.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting, man, because it's like, when you think of the 60s as the old school westerns.
Yeah.
And the musicals, that kind of stuff in the 60s.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't getting too popular anymore.
Yeah.
And the new kids in town were coming out of school.
Yeah.
And coming up, so they have to give work to them because Hollywood ran out of ideas.
Yeah.
So the new kids were getting work now, and they were doing out the gates kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because at the time it was the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
So that was a big influence because a lot of America was angry.
Yeah.
So movies had to be different. It couldn't be the whole musical, laughing, family, Sound of Music, all that kind of
Yeah.
So that was one of the stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Because Vietnam War is so interesting to see how Hollywood changes to what was going on in the world.
So it kind of went to like stuff like the Warriors.
Yeah, like
that kind of
like anti-hero.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. The Godfather and stuff like that. Dog Day Afternoon. And all that kind of stuff. Like these were dark.
And that's buzzy.
They were dark films.
Yeah.
Of anti-heroes. So the good guy did bad things.
Yeah.
The good guy did bad things, and people loved it.
Yeah.
Because America was angry at the time.
Yeah.
Because of Vietnam War. So, and then we come to the 80s era, right? So movies started to change. Now the war's over.
Yeah.
People are making money now. Wall Street's coming up. So a lot of people are making money. The war's finished.
Yeah.
So it's the feel good kind of stuff. Like E.T. starts coming up.
Yeah.
E.T. or the family films start coming up.
Yeah.
The feel good.
That's true.
It's a good time now. So movies change. So yeah, it's so interesting when they talk about all this. Why did these kind of movies happen? Because of what's going on.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That's buzzy. Man, the latest one that I did watch was the 1-4 documentary. You seen it?
I saw first half an hour. It was great, man.
Like after watching that, bro, I'm a big 1-4 fan. I wasn't really before. Like I heard the music and stuff like that. I was like, oh yeah, it's good. Pop your head too. But man, after hearing their story, bro, massive fan, man.
I got to the part where they just came out. Where they came out on their first stuff that went successful.
Yeah.
They got 1 million views on their first song. And then I got to the part when they were rapping that line that got controversy.
Oh, yeah.
When someone got killed,
Yeah.
They went from 21 to 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone's going, ooh.
Yeah. It's like, man, you actually said that? You put it on the track, man. Chuck it on the track, man.
But don't you love that type of attitude?
Yeah.
That who cares?
Yeah.
Just, this is my expression.
I love it, man.
This is my expression of my art,
Yeah. I'm massive advocate for it, bro. Love it. And to watch them do it and stick to their guns and, like, man, like against all odds, bro, they did it, Man, it was so cool. It's a good watch, man.
So like, because I spoke about this on the podcast before about 1-4 and the whole drill music in Australia.
Yeah.
And to me, it felt like mimicking NWA when NWA first came out.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned that on the documentary too.
Yeah,
It's like NWA.
Yeah. But like it was all to do with just them telling their story of how it is in their neighborhood, and for the viewer, if that's how you see it, if you see it as like thugs, if what you're listening to or what you see is like thugs or man, poverty or whatever it may be, or like, man, these guys are exactly like me, like I've been through all of that, and however you see it. Oh shucks, just lost my train of thought. Yeah. Oh, flip! I lost it.
Like what they were talking, like they're rapping about where they're from and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then I saw their comments like, why would you want to take your kid to their concert or something when they think trouble will happen or something like that. There was that kind of stuff.
But like they're just telling their story, you know. However you see it, that's up to you.
Up to you, yeah. But there's the real.
Yeah, this is what's happening, you know. And I think people from the outside looking in, saying, "Oh man, you're just mimicking NWA," you know. But this is what they were actually going through, you know. The housing thing, the police, you know, people not giving them a chance and all of that. Like, that's just what they were going through, you know, and they're storytelling that through their music.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think when MWA first came out, they were doing the same thing, talking about them growing up.
Yeah.
And their way of, like their one was, fuck the police. Like, who says that? You know?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, whoa, going in.
Yeah.
So, that's them pushing the boundaries on hip-hop, huh?
Yeah.
Like, taking it to another level on the way they know.
Yeah.
So, I think because I know drill rap's been around, because it started in Chicago, and then it went to UK.
Yeah.
Then these guys grabbed it.
Yeah.
And made it their own.
Yeah.
So they made it their own, in Australian kind of style.
Yeah.
Because they still had their Australian accents.
Yeah.
And that was different.
Yeah.
And because probably no one in Australia ever heard of drill until these guys started doing it,
Nah.
And then it just blew up,
Yeah. Because I think I can't remember which one of them it was, but they were working in that studio, and that community studio, and that's what he was into, you know. And he was like, man, check these guys out, you know. And then it just went from there, made it their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool to watch, man.
And just the how it springs off all these other ones, Like who's the other group?
HP Boys.
HP Boys,
Yeah, I think the one that they go against, the 21 District.
Oh, they've got one too.
I think so. But bro, like Aussie rap popped off like from that. Like, I think they like paved the way, you know. And because I remember I went to Australia years ago, and like everyone was bumping Scribe.
Yeah.
And everyone was bumping, you know, like New Zealand artists, you know, and like hearing rap from an Aussie was unheard of.
Yeah.
You know? But like everyone was into it, but like no one was doing it. And so to see like people like 1-4, HP Boys and all of them do it, it's a good thing to see, you know, come out of.
Because what impressed me about the Australian hip hop movement was them doing it in their own accents.
Yeah.
You know, and it was different.
Yeah.
You know? Even our own accents are different, huh?
Yeah. Like I like the way Lady Six does her one, and you can hear the New Zealand accent in that. Same with David Dallas.
David Dallas
does it.
He's hard out.
PNC does it.
Yeah.
Bro, heaps.
But I still think the style, sort of hip hop, New Zealand hip hop's kind of lost there. I feel.
Yeah.
With the styles, like I know when Scribe and that came out, that was our style.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if no one got any funding anymore, or not many artists were coming out.
I think
but now
rap here has changed.
But I can't recognize it here anymore. I can't recognize New Zealand hip hop anymore. Like I know hip hop in America has changed, like the trap stuff.
Yeah.
The trap stuff the old school guys don't like it.
Yeah. Like when I hear Mellow Downs, like that's still I feel a New Zealand vibe from it. When I hear Poetic, like I hear like that's a New Zealand vibe to it, you know. Or the boys from Onehunga.
Oh, Swit
It.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's got a New Zealand vibe to it. Like so I still feel it. But as opposed to like Scribe and that Decons, you know, like that era, Morocco and that, I think it's only the style that's changed, you know, of hip hop, but that feel of like, yeah, man, this is Kiwi, this is NZ. Like I think it's still here.
I think I need to re-listen and just try and concentrate on the flow.
Yeah.
Because it's all the content of what they say.
Yeah.
It's the lyrics.
Uh,
Because I remember when Scribe came out, I just listened to all the lyrics. Like, you can't help listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
He's talking about New Zealand kind of shit.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess what I'm saying is like when I hear New Zealand hip hop, I can't hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm hearing the beat
and
stuff like that. But that's why it's unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
Yeah.
And then, this guy's from Auckland.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Then I'll have a second listen,
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's the whole song. But I think the flow, the lyrics has to come out.
I'm like you too. Like I'm a beat person. Like first off, and then like I'll listen to the lyrics. You know? Because the beat, like it's got to be catchy, man. You know, like for me, and then like I'll listen to the lyrics. You know, it's not very often where like the two sync together and it's like, oh man, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know.
But when Poetic, when he raps, when you say some Samoan stuff,
Yeah.
you know, when you say stuff that relatable,
Yeah.
that's when the lyrics hit me. You know, This is one clip he put on his Instagram. He did this verse, bro. It was mean. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I had to listen to it again.
Yeah,
I listened to it like, over again, like for an hour.
Shucks.
It was mean.
Yeah.
I'll show you at the end. But
Yeah.
just the verse, like some of his verses, man, like they stand out.
Yeah. And that's the cool thing. Like I always see, like, have you heard of Amu the MC?
No.
Knox. Oh, so they're from Brizzy, and even like Lisi and them. The way that they like say their lyrics in it.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a thing that they call it, but man, like
Bars,
bro, bars, man, and like how they put words in that together, and stuff like that, bro. That's mean, man.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if you get the time, listen to Amu, bro. Mean MC, man.
Yeah, it takes a lot of experience to be a wordsmith when it comes to that kind of
hard out.
thing. Like if you understand hip hop, understand rap,
Hard out.
understand it, and like putting words together.
I like watching those on TikTok, like the bars breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
When they break down bars in it.
Yeah.
And bro, like who was it? There was a guy from Wu-Tang, the old school 90s dude with the dreads. He was one of them, but
KRS-One.
KRS-One. Yeah. They were breaking down his lyrics.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And bro, it just went real technical. Like he pulled this word from here because this guy spoke about it and he didn't like it. And so, it's like real technical like that. And like it was just one bar and it had such a massive story to that one bar. And I was like, holy Rick. And so that breakdown is like, bro, it's like mean.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these old school hip hop, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just like talent there. Like I think KRS-One does a hip hop lecture at university.
Yeah,
Over
he
there?
does. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. Just the way, Lissy, he's got it there.
Bro,
He's got
hands
it.
down, man.
I know Poetic's got it.
Yeah. I reckon Mello's got it too. Same with Swidit.
It's just another level, Just another level. Like the guy I got to go off is Notorious B.I.G. Because, bro, I think he is number one, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to storytelling and his lyrics.
Yeah.
Like how he puts words together.
Yeah.
And what he makes it mean. And like when he puts his metaphors, like he brings metaphors like you never knew where he got it from. How did you know that? How did you get it from that?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, no one else can. If someone copies it, you know where you got it from.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Hard out. I like Biggie's flow. Biggie's lyrics, but Tupac's flow, unmatched, man. Those will forever be like the greats to be. And like, man, I hear people say, like when they make, who's in your top 10 of, like lyricists or artists, bro, and Tupac's never in there.
Hey.
I'm pissed off, man. Biggie's not in there. And then they, bro, they say, people like shouldn't even be on that list, And I'm like, bro, surely.
See how they find his killer,
Yeah.
Tupac's killer.
Keefy D.
Keefy D.
Yeah.
Man, how must it feel to be the man that killed hip hop,
Yeah.
Just killed the culture, killed rising star or someone that's influenced a lot of people. Man, that's a big burden,
Bro.
Like how can you just like
when you think about it, like 25.
how could you live with it,
Yeah. Well, I think his mindset back then would be different to now. But like the way he came out and exposed himself, I was like, oh,
on the book,
you're a dick. You deserve to, get locked up.
But he was the one of the planners,
Yeah.
But he didn't pull the trigger. He died apparently,
Yeah. Bro, for some reason, like, people keep saying, like, Puffy is in the mix as well.
Somewhere. Oh.
Yeah. So, like, he orchestrated it, but,
Isn't he gay?
So I hear. But, man, like, to die at 25 and have done that much work,
Oh, damn. If you put it like that.
Bro, that was like, and like when you hear stories on his work ethic, like, who was it? E40. E40 said he was in the studio and he, Tupac went to the toilet. He's like, oh man, I'm going to go to the toilet. Bro, and comes out with a whole song. And that amount of time that he was, taking a dump, bro, he came out with a whole song. He's like, all right, man, let's get ready. Let's chuck me on, record. Like, I swear you don't see that kind of work ethic today, And like, you see
do you think
it
that's
now.
just talent? Just as talent? Because, as
I
a
think
writer,
talent and goals.
as a writer,
Yeah.
like, man, that's like writing down every single second of your day, man.
Yeah, I know. And they were saying that about Puck, that he was pulling songs out of his, like he was just writing them, saying, just writing, And that's why, like, after he died, there was songs that were still coming out,
Yeah.
But yeah.
But, for someone to die at 25 and to leave behind, like, his legacy and what his legacy has done for the future, even now, even today,
Yeah.
like, his name is on everyone's lips in hip hop,
Shucks, yeah.
Till now, like, no one escapes saying his name if
No.
you're in the industry,
Yeah.
even now. And, man, just the influence, like, it's unmatched,
Unmatched, bro.
Like, I don't think even with Michael Jackson and pop, because pop still goes,
Yeah.
But
I'd say that's the same year.
But man, both Tupac and Biggie, like, everyone goes back to them.
Yeah, that's like the genesis,
Yeah,
of it,
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And then for these guys to have killed them and just live on, just in hiding or not getting caught, like,
Yeah.
how would? And I know they're probably angry at the time, like, Bloods, motherfucker, blah,
Yeah.
Crips, motherfucker, or whatever. Then yeah, we did it. But then how you can't avoid all the aura of or the influence or the
you totally rerouted it.
You did. And to live in it, to live in knowing the fact that you killed it,
Yeah,
that you're the one that didn't allow any more music to happen.
that's it. Like, yeah, there might have been like, like the war would have carried on between East and West, but the music, that would have been left behind and all of that. Like, there was a massive gap after Tupac and Biggie died. There were, it wasn't really that big. Like, Jay-Z didn't really pop off that much until, like, early 90s or, late 90s, early 2000s, sorry. And there was no one else in between.
He probably got in by default, Jay-Z.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
And like Nas popped off a little bit.
I think a lot of people take to offense that King of New York thing with Jay-Z.
Yeah. That no Biggie line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, because I was listening to this podcast with Snoop, and he was talking about how he went to jail when he was young.
Yeah.
And the people in jail knew he had like talent, being the artist.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, "Fuck, we don't see you in here
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
again," and
yeah.
told him off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, don't ever.
Hard out. Yeah, yeah.
And that was sort of like his thinking to do better.
Yeah, to get out of that gutter.
Yeah.
Man, that's like unheard of, you know, like guys doing 20 to life say, man, this ain't for you, man.
Then let me see you come back. But then he was talking about how everyone from that era starting out is all millionaires or billionaires now. Like, think about it.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Dre, Snoop, Jay-Z, Nas.
Yeah.
Everyone that was, you know, came
Hard
up
up.
with Biggie and Pac time.
Yeah.
Hey, all the artists, the pop artists, they're all millionaires now.
It's similar to, you know, that East Coast, West Coast beef between Tupac and Biggie. There hasn't been one since that, eh?
No. Do you think it's because they knew it was bad? Look what happened. We destroyed hip hop because of our people.
Yeah. I
It
reckon.
was a lesson learned.
I mean, 1-4 in 21 District happened, but like...
Are they still going on now? There.
I don't know. I haven't heard from the other side. But like even in America, I haven't heard any beef like that pop off. I mean, there was Ice Cube and Cypress Hill, eh? They had a bit of beef.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Something about a line that was taken.
I get the
And
individual
used.
beef saying, like artist to artist beef saying. Yeah. I remember the LL Cool J and Cannabis one
Oh, yeah.
ages ago.
Yeah.
I think LL Cool J won that one.
Yeah.
So I don't know where Cannabis is now.
Bro, but I like some of Cannabis's old stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that 1-4 documentary. I didn't finish it, but I'll try to finish it. I was surprised they actually put a documentary out when I first saw it. I was like, oh, cool.
Bro, it's one of those ones that, man, this needs to be heard, you know, because what the New South Wales police are doing, bro, that's messed up, man.
Why they're doing the Operation Raptor or something like that, eh? Like hard out on the gangs and that.
That, just their tactics, dirty tactics.
Oh, did they put it up on the documentary? Oh.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, you complain about the people that are, you know, in that poverty-stricken area and that are doing the crimes and stuff like that. And then when they say, all right, well, I'm going to turn my life around, and they get out of it, and then you're there to shoot them back down. It's like, bro, it doesn't make sense. Like, how are they supposed to change when you're there to just drag them back down in the bucket? But the way they went about it was just wrong.
It reminds me of talking about it. Reminds me of the yes/no referendum they had. Did you hear about that?
No.
So Australia had this yes/no referendum.
Yeah.
Yes to Indigenous say in Parliament and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and no to not having it.
Bro, that just sounds dumb.
And then no won.
Really?
Yeah, 60% voted no.
Far out.
So the first thoughts I had was, okay, so I know Australia is a racist country.
Yeah.
This proves it. And so you're hearing you talk about the police, what they're doing about the poverty-stricken areas, there's no surprise to me, you know,
Yeah.
if that's the attitude towards Indigenous, or, you know, obviously Indigenous people are like in lower social economic areas and in the big cities in Australia.
Yeah.
And if you don't care about them, why would you care about, you know, people in Mount Druitt
That's it.
and stuff like that, you know?
It's like, you know, if Brian To'o and, you know, Jerome Luai can come out of that,
Yeah.
you know, and be superstars in rugby league, why can't these 1-4 boys do the same, you know? So...
Because I think they said it's either, the way you get out is either footy or something like that.
Yeah.
Either footy or be a drug dealer or something.
It makes sense, man.
But then, you know, I was thinking, you know, I was shocked because of the no, but then I wasn't surprised. But then the only thing I was shocked at is because you know how they tried hard, NRL and the Wallabies try hard to do the indigenous
and
involve
involvement.
indigenous before the games, and
Yeah.
try to do the indigenous week or whatever it is on the NRL.
Yeah.
And then, it's just ticking boxes.
Bro,
Everyone,
it just
60% says no.
It sounds pointless, eh? Like, why say, oh, we just want to firstly acknowledge the people of the land, and then have that no thing. Bro, how dumb, It's like, we want to acknowledge you, but it's like us when we were growing up. It's like, be seen but don't be heard.
Yeah.
It's like just hang in the corner where we can see you, but yeah,
Man, honestly, it just made me think. Australia is racist, always be racist.
Yeah.
In their country, they can do all their parades or their indigenous acknowledgement, whatever they want, but they still don't care
we all
about you.
know that's a front knee.
They don't care about you.
Yeah, hard out.
One thing I find interesting about referendums of any kind.
Yeah.
Did you know it's like a way to get what you want if you have a referendum? Because all you got to do
For who?
For you, if you want to put out a referendum, knowing that you know what the answer should be.
Yeah.
Like, say if I wanted a referendum on alcohol
Yeah.
being sold out west, like they did.
Yeah.
They had that referendum. Either have alcohol sold out west or no. Don't have alcohol sold out west. I'm the mayor of Auckland. I'm gonna put this out there for the West Aucklanders. This referendum.
Yeah.
Yes or no, and then automatically I'm gonna put all my publicity on the no.
Yeah.
On the no, and make sure no one hears the yes argument.
Yeah.
I want everyone to hear the no argument, and that's all you need to do. And then you're gonna get the no. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's how you get whatever you want. Say if I didn't want alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to act like I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put a referendum out there, and then that's what I'll do after that.
I mean, I guess that's okay for business strategies. But like we're talking race.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is human, race, and like say they use that tactic where it's like let's just focus on the no, like where's all the people that are saying yes? Like why aren't they saying if you're voting no, bro, you're racist?
Well, that was the thing. But if you read why everyone said no, because there was hardly any information on why you should say yes, which is dumb and as well.
Yeah, because you're not doing your own research, or
because the Balang is looking at, okay, why? What are the details? We need to know what exactly does the indigenous in Parliament means. Like, what exactly do they want to get? Like two sugars in their tea, or that's dumb, man.
Like, are you being ignorant? To not wanting to find out, or what? Like, all right, 2 sugars. We'll give you 1.5. Okay. Far out. You're asking for biscuits. That's a bit much.
Yeah, man. It's like, it's crazy.
That was dumb.
It was good in the sense of it made headlines around the world because, look at Australia. Look what they're doing. They're trying to include indigenous by having this referendum.
Far out.
And then no, what?
Yeah.
Oh, hound. Was that the no or was it the hound?
Far out, man. Like, even just to get their flag up on the bloody Harbour Bridge, was
a mission too.
Was a mission,
Yeah.
Let alone be acknowledged. Oh, we just want to acknowledge the first people of the country. No. Make it make sense, man.
So do you think living in New South Wales is more racist than living in Auckland? Must be, eh?
I think they have their own battles, but very similar. Like, there's certain parts where it's high and, parts that, different kind of racisms.
Yeah, because they do have other races over there, like the Lebanese.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I think even like Kiwis over there, get a bit of it, like unfair treatment from what I'm hearing, like the whole, like if you're saying, oh yeah, that's like our neighbors and that, but you don't give them the same rights as, like I always hear that Kiwis aren't getting, fairly treated, whereas other races are looked at before them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're the neighbor,
Right.
and we're in partnership with the Anzacs and that.
Yeah.
But you look at other races before New Zealand,
Okay. Yeah.
like, yeah. So you get like even the Lebanese people, right? And I'm not saying this to ruffle any feathers, but they're like so that's like their home too, And when it comes to Kiwis, it's like, oh no. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like second.
Yeah. We're down the picking order.
Yeah, we're down
when
the
it comes
pecking
to
order.
attention.
Yeah. Or even like Italians and that.
Mm.
They're considered more Australians than Kiwis. Yeah.
I wonder if it's because of the jobs Kiwis are getting over there. Like, because obviously we're going over there for more money, and the jobs are because Australians aren't doing those jobs.
Yeah.
And might form a resentment on other Australians.
Yeah.
So there's too many Kiwis here. You got your own country just over there. Why don't you stay over there?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, it's you fellas that are hiring us.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're not going to do your job, I'll gladly do it at that cool ass rate.
I got I think he's moving. He's moving to Australia.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think next week. He's waiting for his passport. Then he's off.
Oh, true.
Yeah, he's going to Brisbane.
Just him?
Mm.
Oh, far up.
He's gonna stay in his sister's house.
Yep.
His sister got him a job. He's gonna take off from there.
Man, that's still the goal, for me.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how much money can be made, like especially in my industry and that, compared to over here.
Mm.
Like you can get so far ahead. It's the opportunities is ridiculous.
It's sort of like even in Brisbane, Queensland, it's sort of like still new, still coming. It's like they need people to improve.
Yeah.
Like to build them up still.
I always hear Melbourne like is probably like the new city that's still getting built.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like Sydney and Brisbane and that, like quite old states.
Mm.
And like already been done like infrastructure wise and that. But I know for like my industry, the money's in
Melbourne.
in Melbourne, yeah. Because it's still growing.
Yeah. Just like Perth, Like Perth is another one that's...
Yeah, Perth is another one. But I haven't heard too much about Perth.
Mm.
Yeah. All I hear is it's too far away.
No, from Bali though.
Yeah.
But you got the mines there. Wow. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I've been to Perth.
Yeah.
I didn't really like any.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because in Perth, everything is too far away still.
Yeah.
Because you got to go far for next suburb.
Well, because it's only like a mine city, really, eh?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Adelaide.
Oh, yeah. Have you been there?
Yeah. It's trash.
Is it?
Bro, it's almost like Hamilton.
Oh, is it?
Oh, actually, more like Christchurch. It's like, I say Hamilton because it's like,
Flat.
yeah, nothing to see, but Christchurch as in historic,
Oh, yeah.
the buildings in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like north or south?
No.
No, it's in the middle way. Or inland.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
No, South Australia. South
Oh,
Australia.
yeah. It's in Victoria.
Yeah. South
Oh,
Australia.
So I think some of the old boys are there. Live there. Some old boys live there.
Yeah.
Mm.
My brother used to stay there.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Yeah. So we went there for his wedding, but
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like a working town. Like people go there for jobs.
not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like a mining kind of town, how people go to mines and there's a town there that they spend their money at, sort of thing.
Bro, not even that.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it's like Hamilton. You know,
Right.
it's like out of all the states, it's like a drive-through state. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like there's nowhere to stop off and say, oh, they got this here, they got that there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think.
So Australia, the place to be, place to go.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what the future brings.
Because have you seen the same stuff over in Australia, like with the Islanders, in terms of like influences and all that kind of stuff, doing the skits and the comedy? Australia have their own kind of people doing that stuff, huh?
Yeah.
And how is their one compared to what's happening here with yourself and Regan?
Bro, I think like everyone's pretty much running their own race, you know, but like culture-wise, like, man, I think we're like real small compared to like the other content creators in Australia. Like they have like beyond massive followings, you know. But like or like the content that I create and, you know, around the comedy side of it, it's only a small portion of it. Yeah.
You get a lot of Australians?
Nah. Like there's a lot of them doing that prank stuff.
Oh.
You know, like along that side of content creating, you know, with the YouTubing and stuff like that, gaming. But yeah, I'm not too sure about the comedy side of content creating. Yeah.
I just know that Jeff guy. He's funny.
Bro, he's crack up, man.
He does the little Instagram stuff.
Yeah. But even like his personal stuff, you know, like that, it's not skit related, but it's funny, you know, his personal stuff. Hoary Humor is another one. Chris Tavita.
Yeah. But Chris from here.
Yeah. He's an old Kelson boy too.
Oh, is he? Oh, true.
Yeah.
The man. When I see his stuff, it kind of reminds me of Johnny's stuff.
Yeah.
The way he films.
Yeah.
The music and the special effects he has on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on, eh?
Yeah.
I see Johnny's moved over to Australia.
Is he?
Yeah. He does all his work out of there now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gee. That's probably I didn't see any of the other boys on this.
Yeah. I think might be just come down to opportunity.
Yeah, there's a bigger market there. It's like the next step to America, Australia.
Yeah.
When it comes to a bigger market.
Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%.
Because I think, because it's strange, eh? Like, I don't know if it's the algorithm, but it shouldn't matter, I reckon. Because it's the internet, everyone's in it, you know.
Bro.
But what is it? Why, when you produce stuff in New Zealand, you get all the New Zealand, and it's hard to get other people from or other countries to come in, unless you're in the other country, and then
Bro,
you probably get
algorithm
them.
sucks, man. Like I hate it.
It is the algorithm, eh?
Yeah. Like I can't. You know, like the stuff that I post, right? It follows a certain algorithm, right? But the moment that I start liking stuff of my interest, say it was like gardening, right? Then all of a sudden, the only people that are seeing my content is gardeners.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? And so the more times that I like or, you know, view garden stuff, it's going away from where I want my content to go towards, which is Pacific Islanders, New Zealand, Australia, you know?
So you have to pick those ones. You have to pick those things.
Yeah, so like I go across other comedians and stuff like that, like their stuff, like it, like, and then it'll just get broadcasted to them, you know? But the moment that I like something else that I'm interested in my private life, then it just, you know, that's what I don't understand about the algorithm. It sucks.
What if you make your own private one, separate?
Nah, can't be asked.
Can't be bothered.
Yeah, can't be bothered.
That's interesting, because I always wondered that.
Yeah.
I always wondered how you get other countries to come in.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, you get the same amount of like followers or something, or likes or something like that. Like it seems like it's only filtered to overseas. Like there's a little hole.
Yeah.
Goes overseas, and then everything else is easy to be because we're in New Zealand.
I think like it started off as hashtags first, and then it went to something else. Like it's always changing. The algorithm's always changing. Like you use hashtags now, it doesn't work as good as it did a couple of years ago. You know?
Yeah, I find it struggling between the platforms like Twitter, and then the new Instagram one. What's it called? Threads.
Threads.
Are you on Threads?
Yeah, but I don't use it.
Yeah. Threads, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. The Facebook's more like a private sort of thing, and it's an age group kind of thing too.
Yeah, I think Facebook is an age group thing, but like that's where I get most of my engagement from. Is Facebook. Like I get more engagement from Facebook than I do Instagram.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's a stupid thing.
There was a podcast I listened to there's a Hollywood podcast I listened to about the news around Hollywood.
Yeah.
And there was an episode about how influencers in America, they're winning over the Hollywood kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can, like actors and people on the periphery, not top grade actors, but like, supporting actors. Like they're making their own Instagram page or their own influencer page and doing stuff. And that's their way of in between jobs.
Oh, right,
like use their profile to
makes sense.
Do the Instagram stuff.
Yeah,
and sports people are doing it too. Like NFL players are doing it too, in NBA players, especially the younger ones, not the older ones. The younger ones are doing TikToks.
Yeah. Because obviously, like if you don't have contracts, with sponsors and that, then you'll use that to fill in there.
Yeah, yeah. So one of the examples was, it was about the popularity of actors compared to influencers and that. And they gave example to those guys that do the Send podcast. What's it called? Full Send or Send.
Full Send.
Full Send.
Full Send.
Full Send podcast.
Yeah.
Have you seen those guys?
Yeah.
See, those guys are like came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But they're just off the back of the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
But they've made this company. They sell the drinks,
Yeah.
The Full Send drinks, whatever it is. Or the... it's not Full Send, it's something else.
No, it's Full Send.
Yeah.
It is,
Nah, it's like something... I forgot. Full Send is the name of their podcast.
Yeah.
I think Full Send podcast there. There's those American guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they get all those famous people on their podcast. But I reckon they pay for them,
I reckon they would.
Yeah, because they got O.J. Simpson. One of them.
Yeah, like, bro, none of them would do it for free.
Yeah.
Or like just for the clout or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the episode was about people like that.
Yeah.
Just coming out of nowhere and being like on the same level as actors.
Yeah.
Like not the high actors, but the, just normal supporting role actors.
I think they're getting treated the same,
Yeah.
And do you think it's almost like a slap in the face for real actors? Saying like, man, I went through drama school and I did all of this, and
I think they can think that, but I think that's the sign of the times.
Yeah, it's the way the world's going.
That's the way the world's going, and internet is like overridden a lot of professions.
Yeah,
like AI will be.
Yeah,
AI is doing that.
Yeah.
So you can say study all you want, but AI is gonna come and store it in within seconds.
You can't be angry about it.
Yeah,
like it's inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Just like the podcasts around and and radio.
Yeah.
Like the radio people, man. Well, how come this podcast is famous? Because they didn't go to radio school.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think there's gonna be. I think it's still happening, I still think New Zealand's behind.
Way behind. We're way behind in so many things. Like I'd like to see New Zealand, like up there, social media wise, like with Australia. Even sport wise with Australia. Yeah, we're so far behind on so many things. think it's the rut that our last Prime Minister left us on. I don't know.
You know what? I think we talk about like how we're behind this new government, national. You know, national's all about business. Let's see if they can put it into place. You know, like I think we're at a stage. Well, personally, we're at a stage where we can think about business and hope that National Party, since they're all about business, they can help us. Like, you know, be good in business or you know, make a business and do well in it. Because I think
just pretty much give us the bloody blueprint. Give us the blueprint on business.
Well, that's what they're all about. So let's put that where their mouth is, you know, and see if they can do it with us.
I don't.
Because I think the Labour Party, this is my own opinion, haven't been the Labour Party for years.
Yeah.
You know, the Labour Party is all about the working man. But how can you be about a working man when you put the mandates during the COVID?
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
So, what working man is that? You know.
Yeah.
So I think they failed the working man, and I think
the working man's been broken for like since Helen Clark was here. You know, like there hasn't been a working class or support for the working class for ages.
And I blame Labour.
Yeah.
You know, I blame Labour for not keeping it up.
Yeah.
Or letting it go far that it's hard to keep up. You know, and you sort of had to. Because my own understanding is that wherever you are in life, where you're a working man, transition to your own business, depends on who you vote for. Like, you know, when you're coming up and you're a working man, then obviously Labour's for you.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to help you.
Yeah.
Once you pass that threshold of owning your own business, you know, getting on that next level, then Labour's not for you. It's national. Because they're going to help you more.
That's right. But that is a grey area for everybody.
That's a grey area. That's a grey area. And you can own, it won't be grey if there's results. Yeah. So from what I've been hearing when all the elections were happening on this stuff, the main complaint with people in business was that we're not moving anywhere. Yeah. No one's moving. Yeah. Like we're like living day to day. I don't feel like we're developing anything. Yeah. We're not going up. We're just going in a straight line. Yeah. And that's the whole argument. That was the whole everyone was complaining about. Until we see some improvement on developing. Yeah. Like we got a new prime minister, new government. National hasn't been in for a long time. Yeah. If they're all about business, if they're all about developing, then if I start something, I don't want to see that grow.
Well, because there's been a lot of national guys, people that have voted for national, like just pretty much saying, like where's this lifestyle that you're talking about, this boat and batch and all of this, because I've been voting for you for this long, like where is it,
Exactly.
It's like when am I going to get my share? So make it make sense.
Yeah. So that's the waiting game for me. Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I reckon it'll be like about a year and a half of cleanup, and then start on seeing where he wants to take this country.
Mm-mm. Because you know what I do? I look around at small business. Yeah. And I see, okay, in 5 years' time, you better be in like a new franchise or growing or bigger. Yeah. If I don't see it, then it's not working. Yeah. Because I look around, there's nothing. Like burger joints. These heaps have been popping up. Yeah. I expect in 5 years you have another store. Another store. Next minute you're big, you're on ads on TV. Yeah. Right. I want to see that growth. Yeah. If I see that happening, then I know something's working. Yeah. I've got some incentive to do something too, because I know it will grow. Yeah. Like you guys. I know. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that since Burger Fuel first came out.
Are you alright?
Well, Lucky G's did open a new store in Onehunga.
Yeah.
But you want more than that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because there's other burger. Like, have you heard of Grubby's?
Grubby's Burgers? Yeah, I think you said.
Yeah. Like, man, they're expanding.
Where are they?
They're in a few places.
Oh, no.
They're in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the kind of you want to see that for the Lucky G's and you know, people like that. You know, you want to see them expand. So, like you said, it'll be interesting to see what direction.
Yeah, because when you see that expansion, you know it's working. Something's working. Yeah.
Or is it to just fill his own pocket? But we'll see.
That was John Key.
Yeah. John Key and the other junkie after him.
All right, brother. We did 3 hours.
Shucks. Man.
It never feels like it.
Nah. That's what I mean, man.
So what's coming up next? Up until now, until Christmas, we got our trip to run the world.
Oh, yeah. For now, it's just like I've got two. I got 2 projects coming up, but I want to baby those, so I want to make sure that I've, dot my I's, cross my T's with that one. Make sure that I have the right people and that for those 2 projects.
Are they big ones?
I'm gonna try and make one of them big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like actually get funding for it.
Oh yeah.
And the other one I'll probably just try and do it myself. See how I go with that. But then that way I can gauge between the 2, as well. And then just working in the background, got some clothing and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this year. Yeah, just those 2. And then like little stuff in between, like skits.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah.
Oh, sweet, man. Always appreciate you coming on.
Nah, man.
Having a chat.
Always happy to be back, man. Jumping on. But thank you.
Sweet, brother. All right.
Bye.